Hello and welcome back to Dice Down Studios for more Warhammer 10th edition. We are back in the studio for day 8 of our 10 days of 10th. We apologize for missing day 7. There was a schedule conflict, but we are back with a very, very fun matchup. We have Dan back in the studio. He was here last week with his Space Marines generic list, and he's brought more Marines, this time in true Dark Angels flavor. And we are once again joined in the studio by Josh. It's been a long time since he's been here, but he is back with some beautiful Chaos Knights. Very, very excited to have them both here for this. Really, I think it's going to be a well played and an interesting matchup given the two rules of these armies. But we'll let the players explain those in just a minute. Guys, how are you doing tonight?
Killer. Super happy to be here. Super happy to be able to play with Dan again. The last time we squared off against each other was at Planet Comic-Con, and I've been itching for a rematch for a long, long time.
I'm equally excited. We had a great game at it was Planet Comic-Con, right?
That's the last time we played.
Yeah. And he's a great guy to play against. Win or lose here, I know I'm gonna have fun. So I think this is gonna be a fun, interesting matchup. Our rules kind of counteract each other a little bit, make me a little bit stronger. But I think Knights in general are a little scary this edition. So we'll see how that plays out.
I'm very interested to see the way the two armies interact. This was dealer's choice as far as I'm concerned. The matchup, I think, is going to be really, really cool.
Yeah, Chris went with, I think he liked the idea of when he battle shocks me, I get stronger. But when you see our deployment here in a second, you'll see I think the terrain slightly favors the Knights, but with the towering rule, it doesn't really matter how the terrain's set up currently because they're gonna see me wherever I'm at, so I'm just gonna have to weather the storm a little bit there.
Yeah, speaking of the terrain, we can take a look at those. The players have already gone through their deployment, and we will talk about the mission here in just a moment as well. Let's take a look at the table. We are playing on this beautiful table, which Josh has brought over, the mat and terrain. This is the Frontline Gaming pre-painted terrain, so this is great to have on the channel. We feel pretty blessed to have this. We are playing Hammer and Anvil deployment, which is the short table edges up to 18 inches in. And that gives us our 5 objectives here throughout the table, 1 in each deployment zone and 3 right across the middle. We are playing, let's see here, Vital Ground is the name of the primary mission. It is going to be 2 points for holding your home objective, 5 points for holding any no man's land objective, and 6 points for holding your opponent's deployment zone objective. And there's no end of game scoring or anything like that, so it's just those primary points this game, which I think will mean that it's pretty stingy this game. Our mission rule is Vox static, so every command point reroll or each time the player uses a new order stratagem, it will cost 2 CP instead of the normal 1.
Yikes.
Other than that, like I said, the players have done their deployment. Why don't we start with the Knights? They're the big boys on the table. Let's see what you brought.
Sure. So my list is composed of 2 of my Abhorrent class Knights, the Knight Desecrator and the Knight Rampager. So the one is going to buff my range War Dogs, and the melee one is going to buff my melee War Dogs. And then I've got a good mix. I've got 2 Stalkers, which kind of synergize well of hunting down and isolating lone enemy units. And then the Brigands with their 2 ranged weapons, and then the Carnivores with their 2 melee weapons. You want to talk about my army rules and detachment stuff now as well?
Tell us, yeah, what is it?
So the Chaos Knights army rule is all enemy units within 6 inches of a Chaos Knight model will receive -1 to their leadership when taking battle shock tests. And then the second part of that is on battle round 3 moving forwards, my Chaos Knights will get +1 to their wound rolls against battle shocked enemy units. And then those same battle shocked enemy units will receive a -1 to hit against those Chaos Knights. And then the detachment rule makes it so every enemy unit within 12 inches of a Chaos Knight model will have to test battle shock if they've lost any wounds or models as opposed to half.
Got it. So they're going to force a lot of battle shocks just from dealing any amount of damage and reduce those effective rolls. Dan, what about you? What are the Dark Angels doing?
Yeah, so I am cowering back here and castled as best I could because I didn't want to get shot early on in case I don't go first. But we're running, we have 2 infiltrator squads. One's hiding in this building up here. the other one's over here, just in case for an early secondary mission that I might need to be towards the middle of the board. I want to be able to have units poised there to make some moves. I do have a small unit of Deathwing Knights led by a Chaplain in Terminator armor. He is rocking the Heavenfall Blade, so he's got +1 strength attack, and if they become battle shocked, it'll be +2 strength and attack and damage. So that'll be kind of scary. They are -1 damage innately and +1 to wound and melee, so they'll be a little scary there if I can actually get them across the board. The big unit for my army is back here. We've got a 10-man brick of a Deathwing command squad with 5 Thunder Hammers and Storm Shields, 2 with Cyclone Missile Launchers. They are also led by a Terminator Captain and an Ancient and Terminator armor. The Ancient and Terminator armor has the Pennant of Remembrance, which for Dark Angels I think is going to be pretty much an auto-include in any list, because it gives that unit a 6-up Feel No Pain, and then if they become battle shocked, it actually goes to a 4-up.
It's going to be big.
So I'm hoping that they're going to be able to weather some of the crazy damage output that he's going to give at me. The extra Storm Shields giving him, wound characteristic of 4 with a 4-up invuln, and then a 6-up Feel No Pain or 4-up Feel No Pain. Hopefully will keep them alive a little bit longer. I did also bring a Dark Shroud to make them -1 to hit and give them cover everywhere. So on this board, with it being open in the middle, I can string back here a little bit and be able to kind of have a unit out in the open and not as scary as it could be. The whole army is led by Azrael, and he's accompanied with a set of intercessors. He's really there as kind of a CP caddy to give me some extra CP each turn, and the intercessors are great because they do have sticky objectives, so I'll be able to leave that one in the back safely and kind of move up the board to either try to pin him in or redeploy where I need to. I do have several units starting off the table. I have 2 units of 3 interceptors with plasma, so inceptors, excuse me, with plasma, and their special thing is they can come within 3 inches, so if I need to get behind him, I can. I also have 1 Gladiator Lancer, which in this matchup, I'm wishing I would have had a lot more of those for all these big knights, but hopefully that one will do all right. And then my cheekiness, I do have the Caladius, I believe, assassin, which is the one that makes one of his stratagem cost an extra CP for the rest of the game, and she can deep strike in and lone operative and can do some kind of shenanigans. Not great damage output this game, but I'm hoping to get either behind enemy lines or some secondary mission she'll be useful. But that's my list.
Perfect. I love it. Like I said, I think this is going to be a really interesting game. Given the primary mission scoring only requires you to hold 1 midfield objective, I think there are 2 side objectives that should be pretty easy to hold for the little infantry, and then that big one in the middle that is open is going to give something for the knights. Try to keep it a little fair and fun. But players, I think we're ready for the big roll-off. Are you ready? Anything else?
Do you want to go first or do you want to go second?
Man, I've been thinking about that question this whole time, and I really don't know. I think I'll just leave it up to fate.
This is the first time I think I've wanted to go first.
Oh, really?
Yep. Out of all the games I've played at 10 so far, this has been the only game I think going first might give me an advantage.
Well, I hope you get it. My dice is going to be black. Dan's
Mine's going to be red.
Here we go.
Oh, you got the 6.
All
Good
right,
luck.
my man. Good luck.
Knight's turn 1.
Let's hit it. I'm going to start my turn by going up to 1 command point and drawing my secondary objectives here. So my first secondary objective is going to be capture enemy outpost. At the end of your turn, if you control 1 or more objective markers in your opponent's deployment zone, this secondary is achieved and you score 8 victory points. Probably not going to get it on turn 1.
You're not going to be able to get all the way to my deployment zone in turn 1?
Maybe turn 2. And then the second one's going to be investigate signals. In your shooting phase, you can select 1 or more units from your army that are not battle shocked and are eligible to shoot. Till the end of the turn, the units you select are not eligible to shoot or declare charge. Kind of like 9th edition actions, that's just the terminology for 10th. At the end of your turn, each corner of the battlefield that has 1 or more of these selected units wholly within 9 inches is scanned. And then if 1 or more corners is scanned, you score 2 victory points for each one. So something that I think I'll be able to do here on the first turn. So I know that Dan's got a lot of guys deep striking, so my intent is definitely going to be to not leave my backfield completely open. But doing damage is kind of what I'm hardwired for, and sitting back is not going to be to my advantage. So we're going to start off here with our movement. We've got 12 and 14 speed pretty much across the board. So I'm going to start off with my Knight Rampager here. and just being meticulous, I think we're actually going to go 5 inches to here, and then another 5 inches
You'll
to
be
there.
on. Yeah, yeah.
And that'll leave me 2 more inches to kind of wheel around.
Yeah, I think you're already on it, so you're good.
Like so. And then he is not advancing. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring my carnivores around here. My carnivores have 14 inches of speed.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to
He's
get them
flying.
around here, like so.
And you have more if you want it.
I think that's going to be good.
Okay.
And then I need to be within 9 inches of the backboard edge to score my secondary. So he's going to just move kind of loosely around here. He's going to come up his 12 to here.
And just a reminder, it's wholly within 9.
Yes. Thank you for the reminder. Let me check that real quick. Looks like I am good to go on that one. This one is going to be a little bit more of a challenge because I got this big thing blocking my way here. So if I move 12 inches...
Oh, and I didn't measure for that one. Just make sure that you can move around it with your little guys. Yeah.
I would rather do it with this guy because I want that guy to move forward. So I need to get wholly inside there. So it looks like 6 inches.
Oh, I think
that
100%
way,
you can, because then you could go at least 4 this
6
way.
inches
Yeah.
that way. So that's
You'll
what
be
we'll do
fine.
with him. He'll
Yep.
be set up to score that secondary. This one, I'm less interested in just throwing away. He's got some good targets over there, but he really doesn't. So I think we're going to be a little bit more judicious over here. I'm going to try to get a line to shoot at these Terminators. Oh, sorry for bumping him. I'm going to try to get a line on these Terminators. And then, Dan, if you could check that line of sight, please, and tell me if he's good. If not, I'll move up a little bit more.
I think he's golden.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And then this guy, he's going to go ahead and move up as well.
And which knight is that?
This is the Knight Desecrator. He's the one with the Desecrator laser cannon, and he's got a Warp Strike Claw on his right side. So we're going to go sideways like so. Up there with a nice strong center. This guy, I think I am actually, since you have not provided me with a lot of targets, I think I'm going to hang him back just to screen Deep Strike a little bit. And then this guy is going to come, actually he's going to come a little bit more to there. Even with the 3 inches, I think your Inceptors are going to be able to get on there, but we're going to try to at least make it hard on you. And then he's going to come up his 14 inches like so. And then he is going to come over here like so. Okay, so then moving on to the shooting phase, I'm going to start the action, or I guess I should say I'm going to sacrifice my shooting in charge from my back to Brigands here to score me that secondary. And then we're going to dive in. First shot of the game is going to be this Night Stalker shooting over here into this Infiltrator squad. So the Stalker's special ability, I'm going to check it here just to make sure I'm accurate. He synergizes with units being by themselves. So because this Infiltrator squad doesn't have another friendly unit within 6 inches of it, he's going to get a little bit of a perk. And I'm going to confirm what that is. So when the Stalker, it's called Stalker, self-titled, each time this model makes an attack that targets an enemy unit, if there are no other enemy units from your opponent's army within 6 inches of the target, you're going to add 1 to the wound roll.
Nice.
And then he's going to go ahead and start shooting with his Avenger Gatling Cannon. Or excuse me, Avenger Chain Cannon, which is going to be 12 shots. Do we have any defensive stuff on here that I should be aware of?
So I'm not spending any CP, but they do have a, I believe, a 6-up Feel No Pain. It's the new Helix Gauntlet. So instead of just turning one off, they do have that. But other than that, I'm not popping smoke or anything. You can completely see me, so I'm not going to get cover, I don't believe. So yeah, T4, 3-up with the 6-up Feel No Pains.
Understood. Here we go. So my ballistic skill that I'm going to be hitting on is 3s. And that is going to be some misses here. And then the strength of the chain cannon is 6.
So it should be 3s, but you get +1 because I'm by myself, so it sounds like it's me 2s.
That is correct. 2 ups. Here we go. Not missing
That looks
any.
pretty
It's gonna
good
be
for
1,
me.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're welcome to use my dice if you'd like.
That'd be great. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. What was the AP on those?
AP on these is going to be 1.
So I'm on a 4-up, so 4-up save, and then any fails, I'll roll for 6s to see how much damage we
Absolutely.
take. Not great. So we got 1 save because I can roll dice well, it seems like, or
6
your
up.
dice well.
Here we go.
So 6s. We did get 1, but that is 1, 2, 3 guys.
Sure.
And I know you have a few more guns there.
Yep, and while he's picking it up, I'm going to shoot my blast weapon, which famously, you should always shoot your blast weapons first. So this is going to be...
No, you still get your +1 because all of them would have been targeted at the unit at the same time. So
Really?
you
It's not
don't lose that.
subsequential?
It's because it's from the same unit. So, yes, blast weapons first from different units, but here you're still good, so you're going to get your +1 to this dice roll.
Learning lesson. This is going to be a d6 plus 1. It's going to be 2. These are also going to be hitting on 3s. That is going to be 1 hit, and with the strength of the Havoc multi-launcher being 5, it would wound on 3s, but it's going to go to 2s instead. So it's going to be 1 at AP 0.
Did you guys use any CP yet?
No.
We have not
We're
yet.
both at 1. That went under the desk. I'm good at that. Hey, that's another one. How much damage was that, sir?
1 damage on that.
I like to throw dice away, chat, because that's the second or third one I've thrown down there. Oh, you said 1 damage?
That is correct.
All right, let me see real quick. No.
Negative? Do you have a wound marker?
I do. We'll be using these lovely blue dice so you can see that. But so one of those guys is on 1, so there's 3 wounds left there.
Love it. He shot. I'm going to say he does not have any targets because the way we're playing it, even though the doorway is open here, we're saying that it is solid. Could you check line of sight to the Terminators, please? From
Oh, he
the
100% can see the
Okay.
Terminators. Yeah, yeah.
So he's just going to go ahead and shoot his chest-mounted gun.
Yep.
It's rapid fire 36, and it looks like we are just inside of 18 inches.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's going to be
6
6
shots.
shots going in at it. His ballistic skill is 3. I think the only other thing that's threatening them is him and him, if you're
Yep.
considering what your stratagems are.
Yeah.
They are the only thing that he can see.
What is his AP?
His AP on the Diabolus Heavy Stubber is 0.
And what's the AP on these guys? Because not that you're declaring them yet, but I'm just because I can I can do Armor of Contempt, so give them a -1.
I think that
AP.
would be a good spin. That's going to be AP 4, and that's also going to be AP 4.
Down to AP 3 actually doesn't help.
Oh, good point,
Because
'cause
I'll
you're
be
in
on
the
my
same-
invuln either way.
Sure.
So no stratagems here. The only thing I'll just remind you is they are -1 damage. Won't matter on the damage ones, but
Copy.
6 shots.
Hitting on 3s. Here we go. That is going to be another awesome hit roll.
Good
the
job.
Diabolus Heavy Stubber is strength 5. Their toughness 4.
5.
Toughness 5.
Right, because Terminators went up.
Copy. Wounded on 4s. That's
Mm-hmm.
going to be 4 more at AP 0 for you.
2 up saves.
Solid.
Still failed 1.
1 damage on it. They have feeling pain?
They do not have a feel no pain,
Copy.
but they all do have 4 wounds now because they have storm shields.
Understood. So we will go ahead and we'll shoot my Stalker next
Okay.
at them. So the Stalker's Demon Breath Melt the Spear is 24-inch range.
Definitely have it.
So we got our 24 for sure. And the interesting thing for its Stalker rule is going to be if any friendly units are within 6 inches of these guys.
Yeah. Let's see. I do think that unit in front of him is within 6.
Perfect. So starting off with the Demon Breath Melt the Spear, he's going to be hitting on 3s.
Okay.
That is going to be 2 misses.
Oof.
And then the Havoc Multi-Launcher is going to get +1.
Yes.
So that's going to be 6 shots of
Nice.
the Havoc Multi-Launcher. These are going to be hitting on 3s. And then these are going to be wounding on 4s, strength 5 to toughness 5. So that is going to be negative on that.
You know, I think I would have rather you rolled that poorly on the big guy, not this guy. Like, I think I would have rather taken all of that damage and not what's about to hit me here. So,
And I'm just going to go ahead and shoot with my chest gun first because I have nothing to lose.
that makes sense.
I'm going to shoot with my 6 shots going in, shooting through this building with
Yep.
my towering rule.
now does the towering rule ignore cover too?
It does not
So
ignore cover.
I'll get cover since you're shooting through the building?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. If it becomes relevant. So the ballistic skill on the desecrator is 2.
2. I remember you telling me that, which is very scary to think about.
He's going to be wounding on 4, so it's going to be 2 from that at AP 0.
Loving it.
Love it. And then the desecrator laser cannon is 3 shots hitting on 2s. That is going to be 3 hits. This has devastating wounds, but only versus vehicles. It's going to confirm real quick. 10th edition is still relatively new. I've only actually played 1 game with Chaos Knights so far.
Don't feel bad. I'll be looking up rules the entire time. This whole 10 days of 10th, the whole idea here is to show that, you know, like, hey, I play quite a bit, but I'm still looking up rules all the time with all the new rules that came out. So
Well, I appreciate your patience.
Yeah, take your time.
This is going to be strength 18. Do they have the -1 to wound?
They do not have -1 to wound.
This is going to be a little bit double toughness, triple toughness even.
Yeah.
We're going to win on 2s. And 1s still don't do it.
You got to roll 2 6s, but they
No
don't matter
devastating.
right now.
It would get devastating wounds if it was a monster or a vehicle, though.
And
So
thank
it's gonna
God
be
I'm
a 4
not.
up.
So 4 ups.
You got it. Roll big.
That's painful. I
Now-
failed both of them, chat. So how much damage on each of these?
It is a D6 plus 3, so it's going to be
Okay,
2.
so 2 guys are just going to
down
get poofed.
bases.
So the guy was on 3, gone, and we'll go with, I don't think it really matters, we'll go with this guy, he's gone as well.
But the good news is that concludes my shooting phase because none of my other guys can see. At the end of my turn, Investigate Signals is going to score me my 2 corners for a total of 4 victory points.
Sounds right?
Because I don't think this one synergizes with being tactical.
It does not.
So that's 4 for that. And then I am actually going to turn in Capture Enemy Outpost because even though I'm pretty sure I can do it, I'd rather have the command point and I'd like to draw a fresh command or draw a fresh secondary next turn. And it's you, my man.
Sounds good.
Turn 1.
So I think that's going to roll him up to 3 CP now since he discarded. I'm also going to go up to 3 CP because I have the lovely Azrael, so I'll
He's a stud.
get that. I am paying a little bit of a premium for him, but I think he does okay.
Would you mind explaining to everybody watching why you can get that extra command point in the wording we talked about
Yeah,
earlier?
so we were chatting about this earlier. So Azrael's thing, as you most know, you can only gain 1 CP outside of the start of the command phase, but both Azrael's wording and, for instance, the Imperial Knight wording on their, I think it's their, if they become honored,
Correct.
it says at the start of your command phase, you gain additional or you gain something. So everyone gains their 1 at the start, but Azrael gives me on my command phase an additional 1 at the start. So then throughout the rest of the turn, I can still gain 1 more, is at least how we're playing it for now until we hear otherwise.
Which is huge.
So like
Huge.
for Imperial Knights, if they ever complete their task, they'll get 4 to start, plus if they can get an additional 1. So it's possible for them, I think, to get 5 in one turn,
huge.
which is crazy, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my secondaries before I do anything else. We have no prisoners. Oof. And bring it down.
Heck yeah.
So
You ready to get
bring it
max
down a
out?
little early because nothing's hurt. And then no prisoners. Killing units give me 2 victory points, so we'll see if we can actually kill anything right here. Being turn 1's a little rough.
You
I
have
can't
the
bring my
option
secondaries.
to get new orders, but
But
the
it is
mission
2.
will
It is
cost
2 CP to do that. So I'm not going to get rid of one. It's a little too early in the game. I'm going to hold on to him for now. I think bring it down might take me a minute, but I think holding on to that one because on one of your big guys, I can get, you know, if I happen to kill 2 vehicles, it can stack up because I get a max of 8 there. And
Absolutely.
your baby knights have how many wounds again?
They have 12 wounds each.
12 wounds each. So each one of those would be 3. And the big knights have over 20, so they would actually be 5 apiece if I do bring one of those down. Very unlikely to do that with what I have on the field right now. I definitely have some of my anti-tank hiding. I also owe you a battle shock test.
Correct. I was going to wait for you to get through that, but yes, I'm trying.
But yeah, so I think there's just the one though, right? Because I'm not close enough over here for it to matter.
Correct. And since they are within 12
Yep,
inches
it'll be
of the knight,
-1,
they'll be
so
minus
I'll
one.
be on a 7. And they did fail, so if you wouldn't mind sticking that next to him, that's
Absolutely.
so. Yeah, chat. We'll be using these red tokens. We'll make it real easy to tell who's battle shocked when we're looking on the top-down view there. Okay, so the one thing I do have to still do in my command phase is select my Oath of Moment target.
Sure.
So I'm going to take just a second, do a little measuring, and pick that out.
While he's doing that measuring, I just want to point out that even though this little squad is battle shocked, it's going to synergize with a lot of his stratagems. Where one unit needs to be battle shocked, other units get bonuses. So it might seem like a good thing, but it's really not.
Yeah, my army is uniquely equipped to deal with their special rule, not necessarily their damage output that I
Sure.
think you're going to be bringing forth. Yeah. That's a huge charge, and I definitely bumped you a little bit there. Sorry, sir.
It's good to me.
Oh. Gosh, I think I just need to play safe and wait a turn. Okay. So we'll do Oath of Moment target as this guy.
Sure.
Your big knight moved 12 or 14?
He had a higher speed. He moved from there to there.
No, but what's his total move?
I believe the Rampager has 12 and the other one has 10. Let me confirm.
12 and 10. They're
Yes.
fine. But ish, at least 10 inches
Correct.
on all.
And
Okay.
as a reminder, he's the one that once per game can advance and charge.
Right.
And the stratagem can get him through train.
Sounds good. Sounds good. So I'm actually going to pick him.
Sure.
So he's going to be my oath target. We'll put a. I have an ultramarine dice in here because, you know, that seems reasonable. So the ultramarine dice, just so you guys can see, chat, he'll be my oath of moment target. And that'll also remind my opponent because that lasts through his next turn coming up until the start of my command phase. So that might change his mind on what he does with that guy, or it might not.
4 rerolls to hit and wound is big.
Yeah.
Like 100% damage increase big.
All right, so that's all of that. I'm now going to do a little moving. We're going to advance these guys over here for big 6. They're
Big
going
6.
11.
They're going to hurry up and wait behind that wall.
They are going to hurry up and try to hide the best they can from you.
And for those viewing at home, we are playing these L pieces of terrain as a footprint straight across between the two pieces. It's really the only way, in my opinion, to play these kinds of footprintless pieces of terrain.
10 on the big ones.
10 on the big ones? Okay.
Affirmative. 8 on the little ones.
We're going to advance the green boys over here. 4.
Looking good.
And just a reminder, chat, my weird rule for being a Dark Angel, even when I'm battle shocked, my OC stays at 1. So they're not 2 anymore, but they're still at 1, although his baby knights are crazy high, so it won't actually matter. And believe it or not, because none of that can come down yet, because it is turn 1, I'm going to discard no prisoners.
Calling it there.
And so I'll go up to 4 CP at the end of my turn. I'm not scoring Bring It Down yet, but I'm definitely going to hold on to that one. I think it's one turn. I'm going to have to pick a turn and I think really come at you and see if I can't get the big 8 on
Sure.
that to try to play a little catch up.
I agree. It's worth waiting for, especially because you can only cash in 1. I think that's a good move.
Yeah. So then we'll go to his turn 2, and he'll go up to 4 CP. I'll go up to 5, and then he's also on his home and at least 1 in the middle. So I believe it's 2 plus 6 or 2 plus 5. So he'll get a 7 for primary to start his turn 2, and yeah, onwards and upwards, sir.
Perfect. Didn't sustain any damage. Battle shock does not need to happen. I don't have any other command phase abilities, so I'm going to go ahead and go to my secondaries. My first of which being assassination. And that is going to score me 5 victory points if I manage to take out one of his characters, which, Dan, would you point out where your characters are on the board?
The one that you'll probably get this turn if you want to would be right here.
Sure.
So that's a chaplain with the only 3 Terminators left.
Sure.
Then over here we have Azrael, and there's 2 characters in the big 10-man unit. We also do have 1 character off the board currently.
Does he still count as a character?
I do not remember if a Dark Shard is a character, but let me look.
It is not.
I know
Was
it has
once
the
upon a
vehicle
time?
keyword.
Not last edition either, at least.
I must be remembering something else.
Yeah, in my time of playing it, it hasn't been a character.
So, and I'm sure that's
But
fine.
Just so vehicle fly. So if you do have any anti-fly, but the vehicle is probably going to be bigger for you because I know you have some anti-vehicle stuff. But yes, no character keyword on him specifically.
Understood. And then my second secondary for the turn is going to be engage on all fronts, which is going to score me for being in 3 table quarters or 4 table quarters, which, depending on how bad I want that one might actually be possible. The stipulation, the restriction is you cannot score if you're within 3 inches of another table quarter, which I think is a
super. With your 2 guys on the edge, if you want to yeet them forward, I think
Correct.
you'll be able to take that pretty easily.
So let's go ahead and dive in. I only need to control 1 middle objective.
Correct.
So I could feasibly give up 1 to move forward, which I think actually would be to my advantage, and it would also give me a line on some more desirable shooting targets. So I'm going to go ahead and move my stalker up 12 inches. here up into Dan's deployment zone. And then the other one is a harder choice because while I could score that engage, I'm not sure if I want to trade that piece. So I'm going to come back to that one. We still have a lot of deep strikes that I'm concerned about, so I'm not going to be too aggressive with these guys because I do want to be able to dictate his movement a little bit. So he's just going to come up here. He's not going to be able to get a line this turn anyway with my shooting. And then this guy is going to kind of backtrack what he did last turn. And actually, he's not going to have any targets. Can you roll me an advance roll, please?
Of course. We'll give you one of your big dice for a big number, hopefully. Big old 6.
Thank you, sir. So we're going to go 5 inches to here, which leaves me with 12 inches left over. They're 12 speed plus the 6. And then let's see.
They haul in.
We're not going to go the full distance. I think we're going to come up here like so. Still trying to screen out a little bit, but with the Inceptors, it's really not going to be possible to have a bulletproof plan. And then I think I'm just going to go for it. It's going to give him something to do. It'll be a little more fun for everybody, and it's going to give him a line as well, potentially even to charge. So he's going to come up to here, his 12 inches. And then the Desecrator with his laser cannon, I just don't see a good target for him happening. So I'm going to go ahead and roll one more advance roll for my Knight Rampager. His special ability is once per game he can advance and charge, and I don't have to determine that until he actually declares the charge. So I'm going to go ahead and roll his advance, which is going to be 6
big old
again.
6.
Oh
He's
my
flying.
goodness. So I'm actually going to call audible, and I'm going to send him over here. So he's got 12 inches plus the 6.
So 18. So he can land all his front, his edge of his base can get all the way to there if he wants it.
That's not going to be coming into engagement range with anybody.
Nope,
I don't
you are
believe.
good. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and turn him
around
like
for
that.
thematic. That's very scary for me. Oh, and also, Chad, just a reminder on why he was saying he couldn't screen out the back. My Inceptors can land within 3 inches of you, so he would it would be almost impossible for him to completely screen it, but I think he's done the right areas back there. But that's why he was saying that.
My Desecrator is just going to come up here, and he's going to get on the point. I don't want to commit too much, because if I give him too many options, I want to be able to kind of dictate which pieces he can take, and hopefully be able to take some pieces in return. And I think with that, I'm going to send my other Carnivore over here. I'm going to advance just to get a little bit of extra movement. Which is going to be 6 again. Oh my goodness. He's going to go his
I started the
6
6 roll advances for him, which was probably my fault. So.
And then another 6, and then he's
going choo-choo.
Do his last 6 for a total of 18 movement to right there in the middle of that point. And we are landing on top of points now. That's what we said.
Yes,
Perfect.
100%. And Chad, just in case you missed that, they did come out with their grand mission tournament pack, I believe, and they updated that rule that now you can not only walk over and land on, but yeah, so you can sit on the middle objective point, which I think is a great change. That was overly detrimental to larger models, and I couldn't see a good reason to have that in there. So we are playing that way this time, and we'll be playing that way forward.
And I believe it's time to go to my shooting phase.
You could skip it if you'd like to. I would be okay with that.
I don't have a lot of targets, honestly. So I think we'll do the best one. Because I moved him up, I can't actually see anybody through this wall regardless. So we're just going to start with him, and we're going to shoot my laser destroyer.
The big cannon
at
there?
these guys. Because
Now, there is a guy in 1 wound. Did you want to shoot the little gun first? Or do you just want to melt them because you're probably going to melt them?
It would be more fun to shoot the big gun first. So we'll hit on 2s. That's going to be 3
Oh, God,
hits.
yeah. Uh-huh.
And then we're going to wound on 2s.
Uh-huh.
And that's going to be 3 on him.
At least
AP 4.
An AP4, cool. And then how much damage?
It's going to be 6 plus a D3 each.
Well, okay. So the first guy will just go, but let's see how many. I want to see how many 6-up feel no pains I can roll.
Sure. So I got 2 here, so it's going to be 6 plus 4. So 10 feel no pains. And
Cool.
he's going to make every single one of them.
Cool. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just because it's fun, let's see how many 6s I can roll.
Heck yeah, you got this.
Not a 1. I rolled you 1 6.
He only took 9, and he's still in it.
Can we get an F in the chat for that one guy?
He tried.
And then moving on, my Knight Ravager, he is going to go ahead and not shoot because he advanced. And then my Knight Stalker, he's going to shoot his Melt-A-Gun. And actually, because of this, it's the boundary of the base, right? So I still am not really sure that he can see anything. I know he can see back here, maybe.
There it is. Okay, so I think from his base,
Because the Watcher doesn't count, he can see the Terminators.
definitely can see the Terminators. I don't believe he can see the Infiltrators.
I agree with that.
And he definitely can see over here, but just a reminder, it will be -1 and cover because of the Dark Shroud.
Correct. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my Havoc launcher or my Havoc multi-launcher. He is going to have poor targets either way. So I would rather put some damage on the squad that's farther away than try to hit them indirectly.
And just a reminder, this squad, because Azrael's with him, they do have a 4-up invuln built in. Just I'm giving you all the
Understood.
full defensive profile. That's one thing that he does hand out on top of some of the other cool things he does.
Understood. So the Demon Breath Spear is going to go on the Terminators, and the Havoc multi-launcher is going to go over here.
Seems
so
good.
there are 5 or more models.
Yep, so
but
you're
not
+1,
10.
whatever this says.
So it'll be
Damn.
7 shots.
You rolling them 6 as well.
It reminds me of a quote from one of my YouTube guys, Auspex Tactics. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
He's like, have you considered rolling more 6s?
It always helps.
So,
And that is going to be 3 hits because of the penalty. And then do we have minuses to wound as
no
well?
minuses to wound. No.
T4 on
Yep.
strength 5 is going to be 3s, and that's going to be 2 at AP 0.
Okay. So 3-up saves. Failed 1.
Got 1, failed 1. That'll be 1 damage. And then the Demon Breath Spear is going to be shooting on these guys as well. The Stalker rule is not working. His guys are all huddled together. These are going to hit on 3s, and it's going to be 2 misses again. That's done. And then this guy did not advance because it was my intent to shoot with him.
Correct.
And then, but I don't actually think he can see. He might be able to see from there. Line of sight works. I can't actually see through the ruins because my base is not 100% in, but it does look like I have a line.
You have both, because you can see him under the speeder.
Understood.
So you could shoot either unit.
Understood. I think what's the toughness on the speeder?
Yes. It's a number that exists that I know off the top of my head because I have played with him so many times in this edition. He's T8.
He's T8.
3-up, -1, 5-up invuln.
I'm still not going to shoot at him. I'm going to put both my guns into the same squad that we just hit, starting with the blast weapon, which is going to give me 7 again. Dan, you did this.
I started the roll in this.
You
I
did
rolled
this.
you a 6, so now the dice are mad at me because I rolled you a 6.
This
It's
is
okay.
going to be 4s. Mm-hmm. And then my ballistic steel is 3. He's giving me -1 from the, is it called the
Dark Shroud.
Dark
Yes.
Shroud. And this is going to be 3s again. That is going to be 2 at AP 0.
Oh,
and
just 1, I think. Wasn't it a 2-1?
yes.
Yeah.
I said 2, I meant 1.
Okay. AP 0, so this will be a nice, lovely 3-up because I can't go to 2-up and cover anymore, but I did pass that okay. And now the scary gun. Does this have devastating wounds?
This does not.
Okay.
It just has 12 shots, which I don't think it has any special rules. No special rules at all. So that is going to be hitting on 4s. Mm-hmm. And then this is strength 6, so it's going to be wounding on 3s. But the AP 1 isn't going to matter because he is in cover.
Yes.
It was a great wound roll, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them on your 3-up armor.
3-up armor. And we failed 2 past the rest, so that will kill this one guy and wound the next.
Love it. So I want to stay on topic, but I'm also curious to know your opinion, Dan. What do you think about armor saves being a 3+ and not being able to be reduced by cover? Playing a lot of Space Marines.
Playing a lot of Space Marines, it definitely was a detriment. I think Space Marines right now, they have some very strong rules. So currently, I think that's okay. It does make them squishier. Mm-hmm. So depending on which way, when codexes start coming out, the kind of meta shifts. Could be a huge deal, could be less of a huge deal. I think cover's much easier to get right now. Mm-hmm. Certain armies just pretend like cover doesn't exist. Like my standard Marines list just says, cool, you think you have cover, you don't. So I think it'll really kind of determine or depend on how much removal of cover and how much low AP stuff there is. Mm-hmm. It doesn't help me on AP 1, but AP 2 it's great.
Sure.
So currently I think it's a good rule, but I think that could very easily shift to where it becomes painful.
Sure. No, I absolutely agree. I'm going to get charging here, but I do have another thought,
Yes.
part of me. And that is, I think it puts more value on the 2+ save guys rather than the 3+ save guys. Because they benefit from it more because they're going to save on 2s anyway. So for engage on all fronts, I want my Stalker to be outside of 3 inches of the board or the table quarter, which he is not.
I think your Rampager is, though.
The Rampager is...
Yeah, you're definitely good.
So that is no longer an issue. I'm not really concerned about the Rampager's safety, and I do want to kill that character. So I'm going to go ahead and use my once per game charge after advancing for my Rampager.
Okay.
And we're going to declare a charge on the Terminators.
Don't roll a 1.
I cannot charge the other squad as well because they're pretty well protected, and it looks like
That
we
was the
are
hope.
less than 4 inches away.
Yeah, don't roll once.
So that'll
Hooray.
be an 8. And to try and protect him a little bit from counter charge, I think I'm actually going to use that movement. And
That
come
seems
this way,
smart.
since
Pay attention, chat. Because if he didn't do that and he just went straight in lazily, I would have been within 6, and I would 100% would have heroicked him with 12 Terminators.
For sure. I have to stay without of 1 inch from the infiltrators.
Yep.
So I think
I think you just wheel back. But you're more than 6 from me now anyway, so I won't be able to heroic.
that will satisfy.
Yep.
But in doing so, I also prevented my stalker from being able to declare charge, which is fine. That is my only charge for the phase. So we're going to move ahead to the fight phase.
While you
have
do
any-
that, yeah, I'm going to just ask you, can you remind me, I know he has like several different melee profiles, because I've got 2 different stratagems I could use right now.
Sure.
One being a -1 AP, or add 1 to the AP, so it wouldn't be less. And I also could do another stratagem that makes him it would be -2 damage.
Sure.
But I don't remember what your profiles are, so I'm going to take a quick look at that chat and make a decision if I want to do one, neither, or both.
Absolutely. I'm going to let him look at it while I say it to you guys. He's got 2 melee weapons. He's got his Reaper Chainsword, and then he's got his Warp Strike Claw. And both of those weapons have 2 different profiles, a strike and a sweep. It gives me a large range of APs and damage to choose from, but it also gives him a unique problem because he has to declare those before I pick my damage type.
Yes. Yes. So because if I don't do one, then he can do a different profile and get to where he wants to. Did you also say that 6s are something special when
he has sustained hits when he charges?
Sustained hits when he charges. Cool. Yeah, so because of where the APs are, I actually, Chris, am going to spend 2 CP, so I'm going to go down from 5 to 3, and I'm going to be doing both. So
Understood.
1 less AP
Yeah, go ahead.
for Armor of Contempt, and I believe I can go to -2 damage, and then if he does his 2 damage swings, it'll be damage 1 because I can't take it less than
Correct.
1. But if you do any of the other swings, honestly, Chad, he had a damage 3 that looked really appetizing.
I'll actually correct you slightly here. The wording when you have a multiple profile says, before selecting targets of this weapon, select one of its profiles to make attacks with, and his wording says when he is selected as the target of an attack.
Interesting.
I didn't realize that.
Very interesting. Well, let's retract that command point, and now we have to play the guessing game. I know that he's got the -1 damage, or it's -2 damage.
Well, so they are innately -1.
Correct.
And so I can bring it up to 2 only in combat,
Correct.
but then I also can worsen your AP by 1.
Correct. And they have 3 wounds each?
4 wounds each.
They have 4 wounds each.
Plus the character has more. I think he has 5 or 6. I can double check that for you because that will matter. Because I know the goal here is because you want to get to the character because you have assassinate. He has 5 wounds, and also a reminder, his weapon is extra scary right now on the swing back.
So based off of that, I feel like my best bet would be going with one of the strike options. So I'm going to say I'm going to go ahead and just go big because I have the same number of attacks, and the AP -1 would still get you to your 4+ invul save. Is that correct?
On which one are you looking at here?
On the Warp Strike Claw. So if you took it down to AP2,
AP2,
so you'd still
from 2
save
to
on
4.
4s.
Yep.
So you'd save on 4s regardless. So I'm going to go ahead and strike with my big claw on that profile, and you can do your strategies reactively.
So it's 6 attacks, 2 strength 20, AP3, damage 8.
Correct.
Okay. So because he picked that one, it worked out. So I don't have to spend my CP. Because if you went with one of the smaller profiles, chat, it had 12 or 18 attacks, and that seemed scary to me because you'd have a lot of sustained hits, things like that. This way, I'm just going to pray that out of the 6, he rolls a 1, and I make a few of my 4-ups.
For
yeah,
sure.
so I won't be spending either CP because neither of them help me, because taking 8 down to 7 naturally, down to 6 damage doesn't really matter because I don't have any feel no pains there or anything like that. So I won't be spending the CP thanks to Chris. And realizing the wording was that way.
That was a great interaction. I will be spending a command point, though, for the heroic duel stratagem from the core book. So any of my wound rolls that go through, I can force him to take it on the character and try to get my assassinate this turn.
That is hilarious, and I love it so much.
Yeah.
Nice.
He just reaches down and picks up the character out of the unit.
Explain that to chat, because I've only seen that used once so far.
Sure.
Why can you do that right now?
My knight is a character, and what the 1-point command point does is it just gives my weapons precision.
Yeah.
So it's a universal special rule for those of you guys who've been playing a long time. Pretty much what it means is by the time we get to the allocate damage step, I can force him to put that damage on his characters. But that also means that they're not wasted, if that's my understanding.
Yes. No, they're not wasted.
So I don't have to put all 6 on his character and have them be disregarded.
Yeah, you allocate damage one at a time.
Yep.
So here we go. You're not modifying my to hit roll, so I'm going to be hitting on 2s. And then
Hit 2s and 2s.
2s and 2s, and I have sustained hits on the charge. So that is going to be 0 sustained hits and 1 miss. Mm-hmm. The strength is massive.
Yeah, you're wounding on, you'd be wounding on -1s if they would let you.
Sure, but fortunately it doesn't, so these are going to be wounding on 2s. And then there is going to be 5 4-up invul saves.
Okay, so now, is it after I fail the save he picks, or is he telling me now that the first one's going on the character?
Correct.
Okay,
so the first one's going on the character.
All right, so 4 up, failed. And damage.
Damage will be 8 because you didn't reduce it,
so
correct?
wrecked him, he's dead. Now,
And then
the rest will
doesn't
go
matter.
on. Doesn't
we got
matter.
4 more on the squad.
And I believe that
One
leaves
guy's
one
alive.
guy alive.
Heck yeah. What a champion.
He's chadding it up. Do I want to reroll one of those? Is that worth?
You have an abundance of command points. It's going to cost you 2.
2 of them, though, exactly, Chad. On a 4-up, and so into this guy, I'm wounding on, he is 12.
He's
T12.
that is correct.
Because he killed the character, I'm no longer wounding on 5s, I'll be wounding on 6s, so I will not be spending that point. But I'll go ahead and swing back at you if you're okay with that.
Sure. My consolidate isn't going to happen because Dan chose to keep the guy that was base to base, which means I don't get to move.
Yes. On purpose, chat. Really pay attention to the whole pile-in charge phase. The movement is huge compared to last edition, in my
It's
opinion.
subtly different.
So,
Nice.
would be nice. Now, I need this roll.
Sure.
Because those were hits.
Absolutely. T12.
Strength 6. So, show me some 6s. I did
Yeah!
get 2.
That's what I'm talking
Now,
about.
only AP 1,
Okay.
but 3 damage.
Devastating wounds?
No,
Oh, not on their hammers.
not on their hammers.
Okay.
Okay.
His flail is devastating wounds.
AP1 is big against knights because they only have a 3+ save, so I'm saving on a 4 at 3 damage each. But I'll pass both.
But you pass them both.
You hate to see it. You hate to see it. You also will not be consolidating because we are famously base to base. Is there anything that we're missing that needs to be done at the end of the turn?
Just scoring up your points. You got both of your secondaries.
Assassinate will score me 5. And then engage in all fronts.
You get all
I'm
4.
scoring here, here, there, and there, which will also score me
I think 5.
5 to a
Yeah.
maximum of 5.
Yeah. That's a great turn.
Thank you so much.
You put a lot of pressure on me. I'm going to have to try to answer back here
but
efficiently.
This is when the game starts, guys. Because we got like half of his army in reserve that's about to come in right now.
But unfortunately, you said the OC value on your Little Knights is what?
8.
Right. So I only have 6 on the point currently. So you actually are going to stop me on some primary over here.
Understood.
Which was big. You actually unintentionally, if you'd have charged with him, would have given me some extra primary. So it worked. 5 extra points. It was actually really big.
So only 2 on the primary.
Only 2 on primary. So now I have to go figure out what I'm going to do with that.
I'm only tracking 1 battle shock, and we can resolve that whenever
Yes,
we need
at the because the battle shock's over there.
Correct.
So I'll check my secondaries out. I only get 1 because I kept bringing it down. So defend stronghold. Well, I think that's going to be pretty simple to do. So we're not going to get rid of that one.
It doesn't score a lot, but it's easy.
Chris, what do you have me on command point wise?
5, 6 now.
6,
now.
7 now.
Did you dial me up for this turn?
You're about to go to 5.
4, right? Because he kept both. He didn't discard his secondary. I've got him at 3 currently.
Is that plus?
Oh, because
the
you
turn?
spent the
'Cause
1.
I spent for
Yeah,
a
I forgot
heroic
you spending the
duel.
1.
Yeah, so now up to 4.
You're up to
Up to
4,
4.
and I'm up
Copy.
to 7.
Thank you, gentlemen.
So I've got now I'll start spending these probably a little more freely. Okay, so
Let it
we're gonna leave the Oh, you know what? He had rerolls on him, so I would have been able to reroll some of those. I probably should remember that, Dan, because it was in your turn. when you charge with him.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
He had full rerolls on him. I'm going to leave them there. Probably wouldn't have mattered because you were crushing your safes.
You got the infiltrators unengaged, so they got options as well.
Yes, exactly. But so for my command phase, we're going to do Oath Moment here again. And
So we're targeting the.
same big knight again with the blue dice.
And he's got his Ultramarines dice.
He has Ultramarine dice, which even though I put it there, I forgot to use it last turn. He did, Chad, as I said, hold me off on primary. I do need to give him a battle shock test, and I'm at a -1.
Correct.
So I'm a 7-up, and I actually want to fail this. I did. I did.
The OC doesn't matter, and now he fights better.
And now everything is stronger. Well, I have one stratagem that I believe I can do in both, and I'm going to have Chris pull that up for me real quick. I want to see if it's in the shooting and fight phase, or if it's just the fight phase on that one. It's on the first page, bottom left corner.
Anybody being battle shocked in Dark Angels is big, because then you can target other units with big buffs, and they're very efficient too. In conjunction with him getting a ton of command points, it's going to be a big advantage.
All right, we're looking at Unforgiven Fury. It's 1 CP. An Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that is not selected to shoot or fight until the end of the phase. Weapons equipped in the unit have lethal hits, and if a unit from your army is currently battle shocked until the end of the phase, you get successful hits on 5+.
Yep. So
Big.
I can spend 1 CP and make 5s and 6s auto wound, and these big tough knights. Now my storm bolters are wounding on
For sure.
hits of 6 or 5 auto wound. Okay, but I need to.
Now, Chris, that says it hasn't been selected to shoot or fight. Does that mean that they cannot be targeted in both the shooting phase and the fighting phase?
No, it can, because it's in either phase. They just have to do it before they do any of their attacks.
Please continue, Dan.
Yeah, no, that was good. So we got to figure out how much we're going to expose here. Because if I don't kill you. Okay, so that comes there. And correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, I'm allowed to shoot his giant vehicle in combat.
Affirmative.
Absolutely.
At a -1.
To hit.
Correct.
Cool. All right, on to movement.
Josh, are you feeling good about your first 2 turns so far? I mean, you scored quite a number of points.
You know, I am, but Dan is smart, and like everything he does, he thinks through. I'm really not able to really quantify what the power of reserves is going to be, which you can see I'm really spread out far, because I still want to try to dictate where he's going to come in at. But Oath of Moment is massive. Like, I think that he's got a really great chance of taking out my Rampager, which I knew that. Which is why I wanted to make sure that I was going to score those secondaries if I was going to give up my piece.
Yeah, it makes total sense. In this edition, it's less about killing things for trade value. It's really about trading those units for points.
Correct. The days of tabling, I don't know how your games have been in 10th edition, but I've only been tabled 1 game out of all the games that I played. They are just knock down, drag out. The end of the game is just maneuvering for objectives and trying to squeak out some victory points. And I love that. I love the way the game plays in this edition.
Yeah, we've had some of both. We've had a couple of armies that have been tabled and have showcased that they're a little on the weaker side, and other games have been real nail biters, back and forth, like the same score for each player on each turn. It's been really interesting.
The matchups, I think, do have a big thing to say about. I feel like the armies, or at least I can't speak for all armies, but at least my own, I feel like my armies have a very cool feel and lots of tools in the toolbox. But again, matchups are big.
Yeah. My biggest concern that I feel like so far is that they may have overcosted some of those tools, as you referred to them. When a unit doesn't have raw killing power, but it has some of those neat tools, they feel a little pricey. That was my experience with Grey Knights especially.
Thank you. And it's interesting too, because not everything is the same. Take Armor of Contempt, for example. So Armor of Contempt costs Marines 1 command point to use, but it costs Chaos Space Marines 2 command points for the exact same stratagem.
Yeah.
It's interesting when the edition was being play tested, and you can jump in whenever you want, Dan. I'm just talking.
No, keep talking. I'm still thinking. So you're doing great.
Please take your time. I'm curious why that decision was made, looking at the overall stratagems and cohesiveness of the army.
One thing that I've had postulated is that the rules for each faction were sort of written in a vacuum into themselves. They said you can do these different types of abilities and rules, but they weren't checked with each other to see a cost or when to use them. Because another great example is the Chaos Space Marines have a stratagem where you can prevent any unit from shooting your unit if they're outside of 12 for 1 CP, and you use that in your opponent's shooting phase. But the Grey Knights have a stratagem which is almost identical. It prevents your target from or your unit from being targeted unless the enemy's within 12, but it's 2 CP and it has to be used in your movement phase. So they have the complete movement phase of their own to play around it.
And that's interesting, especially because while it is cheaper for the Chaos Marines, the inability to be shot is predicated on having one of the 5 marks of chaos.
That's true.
Yeah, you must be Nurgle.
So you have to kind of tech into it a little bit. But again, if you want to not be shot, you take that because the marks of chaos don't cost you anything. It's cooked into the cost of the models.
We saw that when the Chaos Space Marines played on 10 Days of 10th here on our channel. They teched into that on 2 Terminator units and were using it quite well.
Were they like damage blobs, 10-man blobs? Man, I haven't seen that stream yet. I got to go back and watch that. I've been running a small bodyguard squad of Terminators and a blob of possessed to try to tech into their speed, but
yeah, he was using a captain in one of the squads so that he could use the stratagem twice, once for free. Very, very strong combo.
that breaks the once per phase
Yes.
as well. Oh, I see. What was the matchup?
He was playing against Necrons, so it was a sort of a battle of attrition.
Necrons are in a great spot.
Yeah.
You ready to rock, Dan?
I think so. So just going over a little movement, what I did here, we moved my infiltrators out of this building to come. I now hold this point to force him to bring something over here. My hope is I can kind of collapse this flank here. We'll see if I can put out that much damage. I did fall back with my last Deathwing Knight, who is battle shocked right now, which is great.
But he is on the point.
I'm on the
you
point.
can't see that from up above.
And not only that, but because I'm a Dark Angel, I do have still 1 OC with him. So
Is that point now yours?
that point is now mine.
Understood.
I have 11 OC on it currently. And then we brought in, from reserves, we brought in 1 unit of Inceptors, 3 inches away. So I put them here because I wanted to be able to shoot either target depending on where I need them to go. And then we also brought the tank in back here that has lines to both of these if I need to, but I hit him well enough that no matter where this guy goes, unless he's literally here, but I'm planning on blocking this, he wouldn't be able to see that tank. So some of the little knights can definitely get a line on him, but the big one won't. I'll get at least 1 turn to shoot at the other big knight if I want it.
So one minor correction for you here, Dan, is when you fall back and you're battle shocked, you must take a desperate escape test.
Ooh, exciting.
I did not. Do you still want to do it?
Yeah.
He is totally alive.
Love it.
Dark Angels don't care about
No, yeah.
it. They don't retreat. They back up.
I didn't actually care if he's alive or dead. The more important thing was you didn't kill the whole unit, so I was able to do this. I wouldn't be able to take the point back.
Correct.
I think they're going to die, but... all right, so let's move on to shooting.
Things to be aware of. I can rotate ion shields.
Yep, to
and
go to
that-
a 4 pinball.
That is the only reactive stuff that I've got for you in this phase.
And you can only do it once per...
Once per, yes.
Yeah. Chris, can you read me? So 5s and 6 auto wound, right?
Yeah.
Because someone's hurt? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're going to spend 1 CP. How many wounds does he have?
They have 12 wounds.
12 wounds, and they are
T10.
T10.
3
Okay.
up, 5 up.
So I'm at 7 going down to 6.
Yep.
These guys are going to have it. They're going from here to here.
Sure.
And which guys are those?
My Inceptors
Perfect.
are shooting the... Which one is this?
That's a stalker.
A Stalker. Shooting the Stalker. So chat, the reason I'm shooting this one first is because I wanted to see if he was going to rotate on the little one or not.
Are you overcharging?
I am 100% overcharging.
That brings it to 3 damage.
3 damage.
I am not overcharging. Or not overcharging. I'm not rotating.
So 5s and 6s here auto wound.
Sure.
The other fun part of these guys is they are twin linked.
Mm-hmm.
So
Reroll damage.
reroll
Or excuse
wounds.
me. Wounds, yes.
So we are hitting on 3s, 5s and 6s auto wound, and then wounding on 5s, come strength 8 to your T9, or T10.
Correct.
Strength 9. When you overcharge, you go to strength 9.
Well, still.
Either way,
fives.
still 5s.
Good to know, though.
But
Thank you.
re-rolling the wounds.
So we're hitting on
3s.
3s. Here we go.
5s and 6s. Please and thank you. Well,
We
we'll
got
take
one.
that. So that's an auto wound, and we drop one.
Sure.
And then now 5s again,
Yes, sir.
re-rolling.
Absolutely. We got one going for that big conversion. Not bad.
So 3, and these will put you on your normal because they're AP.
This
3
is
or
going to be
4.
my 5-up Iron Shield save. I'm going to block one of them and take 6.
6 damage.
That is going to put him down. I got a D12 here to 6. Half health them. And then do we have some hazardous rolls to make?
We do.
They are not
Loving
worried
it.
about it.
Next bit of shooting. Oh, did I give him the assault cannon or the other one? Assault cannon, perfect. See if we can't get some devastating wounds on you. Okay, Dark Shroud, and the same guy.
Sure.
Hitting on 3s, strength 6, so wounding on 5s, but 6s will be mortals.
Yes, sir.
That's what we're really hoping for here.
If you haven't seen him, I think this is actually the first time on the channel we've had assault cannons. So assault cannons really good right now, kind of the meta.
I think they're pretty good
We're looking at devastating wounds here.
on 6s.
Yes, sir. Nice.
So,
Got
but
one.
So 1 save, regular save, and
Sure.
then 1 mortal.
What's the AP on the assault cannon?
0. So
AP.
1 regular old Joe Schmo save.
Saving on a 3. That is
Cool.
a positive. And then we got mortals.
1 mortal. So down to 5.
Now I'm down to 5. Get out of your space here. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine.
Do we have any other guns from this?
No, he just has the 1. All right, so he has 5 wounds left. We are going to switch gears here, and we're going to shoot the tank.
Sure.
And I just want to double check. So one of the guns that I want to put over there, I did mismeasure, so he can't. That's okay. It's going to go into here. He's got several guns we're going to shoot. The big one is going into the Big Knight. So re-rolling everything on that one.
Sure.
And then he has 2 frag storms, so that's going to be interesting. I want to put them over here, but they're only 18. But the Icarus rocket pod and the heavy stubber are going over here.
Sure.
So,
Now I have a question.
yep.
Would you give me a line here to shoot that with the grenades?
I actually thought it was 18. I had mismeasured it. No, I'd rather you not have
Understood.
the line. So, and we're into shooting. So moving him, it would be like 2 or 3 inches. So it would be almost, you could see him now.
Sure.
So definitely not worth it. So frag storm, big gun, other 2 little guns here.
Understood.
So we'll do little guns here first just to get those out of the way.
If you're happy with it, then
Yeah.
we'll just proceed.
So the Icarus rocket pod, D3,
This is on the small knight?
small knight.
Sure.
So got 3 shots there.
Love it. T10?
Hitting on 3s.
6
Cool.
do anything?
No.
Got it?
Anti-fly 2, but I don't think your baby knights have fly.
Not in this edition. At least you found it.
And 5s.
Looks good.
2 at AP1,
AP1 is going to be a 4-up. That is going to be a positive and a negative. What's the damage?
2 damage.
He's got 3 left. He's chipping them down.
We're trying. The stubber.
That's
3s.
also on the small knight.
Yes.
Great hit roll.
Now, see, but see, here's the problem. I wasted all of those because I need 5s and 6s again.
Just roll it again.
Ooh, no, because it's 4, so just 6s.
Just roll it again. You got it.
A few 6s would be nice. I'll take
Hey, here's
1.
one.
No AP.
3 up.
Show me that 3.
Positive.
Loves it. All right, so now the ones that actually matter.
And I am going to pay to rotate my shields.
I assumed you would.
It is important to my plan, guys, that he has to commit to this knight.
Yeah.
If he shoots it off the board and these guys don't have to come out, that's bad for me. I'm not
He
expecting
has-
him to live.
And I should have done it on the other gun. He can reroll 1 hit, 1 wound, and 1 damage roll.
Sure, you want to do that?
I'm going to do just the 1 wound roll on the last. I need a 6.
Hey, you got it, though.
But 3 up.
Hey,
Yeah.
it paid off. He's got
Meaningful damage.
All right, so now the big gun into him, which you rotated. Oh, down to 2, right? Yeah, I got you.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, okay. So big gun, it is 2 shots, heavy. I did move because I came in, so I'm hitting on 3s, but I'm shooting in full rerolls. It is strength 14, AP 4, but you did the rotate, and it is D6 plus 3 damage.
Love it.
2 shots, hitting on 3s, rerolling everything. 6s do not matter, unfortunately. That's very sad.
Oh no!
Wounding on 3s.
Yes, sir.
Rerolling.
We got devastating here.
No.
Sad.
That would have been good for me. So
4 up.
show me not a 4.
It's a 1. Do that damage.
Okay. That is 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Love it. I'm gonna come around here.
What does he start with?
24.
Whew.
That's a chonky boy to get through.
17 wounds remaining.
So I'm going to be cheeky here, and
Put that there where you can see it.
I can, in the shooting phase, with my commander, use a stratagem a second time for free.
Sweet.
So I think this is worth right here, because then I can use it a third time, because I'll use it once in the fight phase for when they come in. Before I do that, though, I'm going to shoot these guys into him, just to see if I can't. Just plink 1 off. They can outcharge, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that, but when they come in within 3, they can't charge. So this will be 6, 7, 8.
While he's doing that, that's another
9,
one of the
10.
trends that I think is cool. A lot of these rules are semi-unique. Like demons have a rule like that. You can deep strike real close, but you can't charge.
Grey Knights also.
And I think that's good. I think when everything is completely unique, it adds a lot of unnecessary bloat. So to say that's similar with 4 other things, I think is a good thing for the game.
Yeah, and I do like, though, that when there's a game tomorrow that with the Nurgle Demons, and I know one of their special rules is they can come in when there's that, what was it called, the Shadow of the Warp, and that's the one time. So I like them having something unique.
Sure.
So we'll see if that plays a part in tomorrow's game. So 3s, 6s don't matter here, and then now I'm going to need 6s to wound you, though.
Sure. This is just the bolt rifle?
Yep, bolt rifle, so they're heavy, but I move, so it doesn't matter. That's why I was sitting on 3s. Strength 4, no AP. Don't worry, I won't roll you any 6s. So,
but you could have.
I could have. I mean, math says I should have given you at least 1. Okay, so now we're gonna go and do what I said. We're going over to the Terminator squad. Unfortunately, I couldn't get enough out through the building to see. Oh, you know what I forgot? Do you mind if I roll the?
Please.
I forgot his frag storm launcher.
They're supposed to go on the.
They're going on the big guy. So it's 2d6. Blast, but cool.
That'd be interesting if they made Blast 4 knights. Yeah, I could see that.
Because they're so big, like by virtue of mass.
You would think I would hit them a few more times. I don't hate that, but there's already enough goofy Blast BS that I'm not a huge fan of. But anyway, so this is 6 shots.
Yes, sir.
We're rolling everything.
Oath of moment. We have
Oath of
sworn an
moment.
oath.
To wreck this lovely human. That's okay. I will roll you lots of 1s and 2s because I'm a nice guy. Still lots of 1s and 2s.
6s, nothing on this one.
Nothing on this one, but I do need 6s to wound you here. So
You got it.
show me a couple of 6s. Wow.
There we go.
So we got 2 so far.
Do that again.
We just got 2.
Oh, close.
So 2 6s on your 3-up save. I'm
3
guessing
up.
he doesn't have a 2-up, does he?
No, he does not.
Okay.
Pass 1, fail 1.
So just 1 damage.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. We're at 16 left.
Okay. Now we're gonna go to what I said. Unfortunately, chat, I could not get enough of the guys through, so we're only going to have the 2 missile launchers and 1, 2, 3, 4 storm bolters. But 5s and 6s auto wound.
Correct.
So, and we're re-rolling everything.
And that's huge because my saves are not that good.
Yeah. So we'll.
Rotated.
I have, but even still, it doesn't get any better than 4. So when bolters are wounding you on a 4, or on a 5.
On a 5 to hit.
For lethal hits.
And
It adds
re-rolling
up.
everything too. Yeah. So okay, so we're gonna first do the missile launchers. Of course, I'm doing crack.
Sure.
So we'll be hitting on 3s because we moved.
Yes, sir.
And I do just want to make sure I don't screw this up with these guys.
This is when it's going to hurt.
I'm hoping. I got to get 1 or 2 of these. 1 through would be great. 2 would be phenomenal. But okay. So 2 shots each. There's 2 of them. So hitting on 3s.
Full reroll?
Full rerolls, 5s and 6s auto wound.
Absolutely.
So I will leave that 4
4's good.
in
Yes,
there,
sir.
and then rerolling that bad boy to that.
good.
So we got 3
It's
auto wounds. That's
big.
huge.
T12.
T12, strength 9, so I need a 5, but rerolling because of Oath of Moment. So
Reroll it.
show
Come
me
on.
5.
Big conversion.
No, that's okay. But give me 3 saves. AP and AP2, so on your
This is going to be
your
my
rotate.
ion shield save of a 4+ symbol. And I'll
Makes
pass
two of them.
but
Huge.
one gets through.
But won't probably be enough for 4 damage.
4 damage. Very respectable. We're down to 12.
Down to 12. And now all the lovely storm bolters. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Threes and then 6s.
4
but
rerolls. It's
5s and
6.
5s and 6s do the special thing now.
Yes, sir. Lay it on them. 5s and 6s.
Dan, can I get you to lean in over them that just a little less?
Yeah, sure. Sorry.
Yeah, you're good.
We're just super motivated, chat.
No, I know you guys have had.
I love the energy. It's so hype.
It's actually worth rerolling.
I would say fish for it for sure.
Yeah.
Like,
So, chat, in my head, the math real quick. So, because I'm only wounding on 6s, hitting on 3s, but I have a third of a chance, 5s and 6s, to actually wound it. So, definitely worth one third's better than a 6th.
in the absence of devastating wounds, there's no reason to not. in
Which
this
was huge,
situation.
chat, because I actually picked up an extra 5, and I only dropped 4. So,
Nice.
way better than if I would have. All of those were hits earlier. So now, can I get a 6? I got
there's one more, 4 rerolls.
And just one more. Okay, so you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 saves. Please and thank you.
Packing on the saves is the way to go.
Yep.
These bolters have AP.
They do not.
So
So
we're saving on a 3.
3 ups. I need some 1s and 2s, please and thank you.
And that was a good roll for him. We're going to go down 4. That's going to put us at 8 wounds remaining,
Okay.
which is well within melee range to be picked up. We got any more shooting?
I don't believe so.
It's charge the clock, baby.
I think it is, because my goal here was, and just so I didn't say this to you when I did it, these guys moved up enough to where if you didn't come forward, you couldn't
Yeah.
see them, so I can't see you. So
and
that
chat,
baby
this is
shot.
a token. If you guys are looking.
Yep, thank you for pointing that out to them.
He is not real. He's just a marker that he has not used his Watcher in the Dark. He's a cute little guy, kind of creepy.
Very creepy. That one's extra creepy because he's carrying around a helmet.
He's cute. We don't know where it came from. He's always had it.
He's a creepy little bastard.
For all we know, it could still have a head in it.
See, that could be the lion's helmet that has those wings that go back down when he puts his hood up.
Yeah, how does that make any sense? Someone want in chat explain that to me, because I'm building the lion right now actually, and I chose the one with the big wings on top. But when he puts his helmeted like robed hood on, where do those go?
That's my favorite helmet, by the way. The hood up with the helmet.
Yeah.
This looks sweet.
Boom, boom.
Looking like 6, 7. We got a number.
So, edge of base. 5 or 6?
Take a 5.
Okay, let's see if it matters. And chat, I did double check because the Terminator captain is in the unit. I have a free reroll for a charge here if I want it. And I will because a 4 definitely
yes.
doesn't get there. We're going
You
to do
got
big
it.
dice so you guys can see it at home for sure.
He's in.
Barely.
Now, while he's moving his guys, because of how spread out he is going to have a big impact on the amount of guys that he can fight. Because you can only fight if you are
Base to
base
base.
to base with somebody who is base to base.
Engagement range.
But you have to move into base to base
Yes.
if you can.
Yes.
That's an accurate point. So I guess that the engagement range part of that really isn't meaningful.
It's engagement range matters when you're landing your charges.
Yeah.
And when you're like piling in and stuff, but you got to be base to base with somebody who can fight, because they really restricted the charge phase and the fight phase to where you can't game for movement, which I think is good. Combat feels really grindy. You can't just wrap your unit around it to a point. Screening becomes more viable, and I think that's a cool feel.
Although actually, when you make those big charges, suddenly wrapping is mandatory in some cases.
Correct. Because you've got to continue to move. Correct me if I'm wrong. You have to move into base-to-base content if you can.
So order of moving models really matters because you can block yourself on purpose.
Correct.
So you take a farther model away, so if you have fly or the way to do it, and you walk him into base in front of the other ones, so you can make a path for guys, which I did in some other games. I have jump pack units, and so you could say, no, he's going to be here.
And being able to move through your own guys while you're charging is also a big benefit. So you can
huge.
get your characters to the fore.
Okay, now, do I want to be...
You didn't let me fire Overwatch.
Do you want to fire Overwatch?
No.
He's just got the nipple gun, right?
Yeah.
Nah. That's the one you really want to make me pay
So,
2
but
CP
so
for.
the thing is, I can't decide if I want to. So he only has 2 wounds left.
He has two wounds left.
So it's 15 attacks. I hit with 10 of them.
You could do it.
Theoretically, there's no rerolls though. That's the one problem.
Yeah, you're not in danger of any Overwatch. He doesn't have
Yeah.
that kind of gun
Here's the real question. Oh, sorry.
profile.
Yeah.
Here's the real question. Is that where you use your lethal hits on 5-ups? Do you really need it into the big night?
I'm not getting enough into the big night because I rolled a shitty charge.
Mm.
I think. But you're right. I could do lethal hits there, but with no rerolls. Yeah. I don't think I charge it though. I left it on 2 wounds, which is sad. I'm sure it's bracketed, right?
Oh yeah.
So it'll have the -1 to hit.
That'll get minus. I don't think his OC goes down, but that won't be relevant right now.
But I also have a cheeky plan for him, I think. So we are going to now spend 1 more CP, which puts me down to 5 CP. And I don't know if you have been listening to chat, you understand. So here we're giving them 5s and 6s are lethal hits. And the reason it's 5s and 6s, it's because my lone Deathwing Knight is battle shocked because he was very scared of this big knight, so it makes the rest of my army stronger. Unfortunately, the fun with the other things these guys have, my unit isn't hurt yet at all, so I don't get a +1 to hit or +1 to wound or anything like that. But this is my Oath of Moment target, so we will get to getting. I am going to start with, just because I have him up right here, if you're okay with that, I'm going to start with the Terminator Captain.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He does have a Power Fist.
We're gonna want to pile in, so you can get more guys to fight.
Oh, right, I am actually allowed to move the 3 as long as I get within the base to base. I can, yep.
It's actually just as long as you stay in coherency.
You have to move closer to the enemy and have to stay in coherency. Those are the only stipulations on piling in.
These 2 rows will, but the back 3
Yeah,
won't.
for
That's
2 ranks
unreasonable.
looks perfect.
Okay.
I think you got a great shot at taking them off the board
I do as well.
with the pile in. I think you got it.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. I was like, well, with only the 4. It is now cheeky. I'm going to roll it after we do this just to see if I would have gotten him, because I think it'll be fun.
Sure.
But all right, so what we actually care about. So he has a Power Fist. So it is 5 swings.
Yes, sir.
We don't have anything special because we're not hurt or anything like that. It's 5 swings, hitting on 2s, re-rolling everything. 5s and 6s auto wound.
Big.
So I will be fishing because I'm hitting on 2s.
We have sworn an oath,
But I can roll like that for you.
but you're gonna roll all.
I'm going
5s
to
and
roll
6s now.
all of these again. and
Statistically speaking.
Let's just flip those all over to the other side. Or
No!
I actually rolled worse, chat, which is super impressive.
Oh my god.
So these 2, I think I need 5s. I can roll 1. Okay, so you know what? These dice are just going to go away. We're gonna put these 2 dice up.
We got to reroll.
For the rerolls. And we're going to get 2. So
man.
that's exciting. AP2 on your 4-up invuln. Oh, no, are you going to rotate again?
I cannot. My invul is only to range attacks, so it's gonna be a 5+ armor save because AP2. Correct?
AP2, uh-huh. I forgot about that.
I'll pass 1.
Still
Fill
pass?
1.
Still pass 1, though.
That's gonna be damage. What?
Damage 2.
Damage 2. We don't have feel no pain. We don't do that here. We're going down to 6.
Okay. Now on to the other unit. So we'll do the devastating wounds first because that might just end it.
Yeah. For sure.
If you want to feel no pain on knights, you play Imperial Knights.
Yeah.
Oof. Okay, so 3 attacks each. How many Thunderhammers do we actually have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get all 5 in, so that's 15 attacks. This
Yeah,
should
that's-
kill him. 3, 6, 9, 12.
Famous last words.
We take this
Should.
oath seriously.
Should kill him. Okay, so chat, we are hitting on 4s, re-rolling everything. We are
Fishing
then
for 5s and
wounding,
6s.
fishing for 5s and 6s because they auto wound, and then 6s to wound will be mortals. But I'm gonna grab all these 5s and 6s for it, make him make a lot of 5-up
Yep.
saves.
And in this case, fishing for those 6s to wound, the devastating is not going to be as valuable as the 5s and 6s to auto wound because my save famously is not that good.
He is correct there, chat. But with that many,
I can't see because your head's in the way.
well, I put it over here. Can you not see these right here?
No, I can see those.
That's what I pointed at. I said with this many 5s and 6s. So
You got rerolls.
I get rerolls, and so chat, what I'm deciding right now is do I want to cheat for 5s and 6s because I'm hitting on 4s now. It's less, it's a 50-50. I am going to hold on to these 4 and just
Okay.
reroll these
That's fine.
because
That's respectable.
I'll do that
Woo!
and make it even worse. So now we have 3, 6, 9 auto wounds.
And now we're going for 6 to wounds.
6s to wound here, and these will all get rerolled because I'm looking for some mortals to really make sure I get it.
We got our devastating.
None.
We didn't do 5s wound.
5s would wound, but I'm looking for 6s.
Understood. And
Perfect.
that's going to be 2.
So-
What's the damage?
2 each, so that's 4 mortals.
So right now, I have 2 wounds left. And how many saves do I got to
And
take?
please make 3, 6, 9 saves.
Reminds me of a song I like. 6, 7, 8, 9. What's the AP on a Thunderhammer?
2.
5 up. I can make all these 5 up saves.
I have
right?
faith.
Oh, I should also probably move my head. I passed a lot of them, but I am famously still dead. So he got him.
Now this is a
Deadly
this is a big dice roll here.
Deadly
Can you
demise.
please
Here we go.
not do that to me. Thank you.
Close though.
Now, chat, what I realized is I kind of forgot how strong I was in melee, and I should have put the rocket launchers over here to pick up both knights because it's going to cost me 3 victory points. But that's okay. Things happen. I can't move them at all because I cannot get engagement range anywhere or a objective marker. Now, Chris, I don't remember, was it Blood Angels or Dark Angels? Do I have a 6-inch consolidate, or was that Blood Angels?
That was no Blood Angel.
Blood Angels. Okay, perfect.
And that is so good now too, because how restricted consolidating is.
Well, right here, if I could do it, chat, I actually can get to that point
Yep.
when it's 6 inches away, so I could actually really box him in over there. But because I'm not within 3 inches of any other enemy unit or objective marker, I can't do it.
I have something for you. We got excited for the Terminators. Was it your intention to charge my Stalker? with
No,
your
it wasn't.
lasers?
But we said we were going to roll it. And
Just
if
for fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
just for funsies.
I'll tell you why I think it wasn't a good idea, because Josh still had 2 CP that he could have interrupted with, and I think he absolutely murders those guys before they fight.
That was definitely an
Oh,
option that I had.
100%. No. Yeah. I'm just curious to see what would have happened.
We're hitting on 3s.
These are the auto wounds.
And if you fight first with the infiltrators, then he's fighting with his rampager, and that's worse.
6s.
Maybe. But so, okay, so give me 6 saves. 3 ups.
We're just in a hypothetical.
This is a hypothetical,
land here, guys.
chat.
Inquisitive minds have to know. He would have lived.
Yeah,
What?
on 1. Would have lived on 1.
Whatever.
So, yeah, see, dice don't lie. You know, can't change the
Whatever.
past. Okay, so real quick, into my turn, I do get the big 2, 3, 4, 5 points for Bring It Down.
6. 2.
Oh, because it's a tactical.
So it wasn't as bad
So
as we
6
thought.
wasn't as bad as I thought. I only lost 2 points. And then I do get the baby 3 for Hold, Defend, Stronghold.
It's good.
It's a good one. Hey, I'm glad I got it now, but it's early in this game. I think I needed. I'm hoping I can outlast him, but I think scoring early in this game is going to be big for me because I don't think I'm going to be able to pick up all of his. I think you're more likely to table me late.
Sure.
So I need to score a little more early.
Sure.
But it's really hard to push you early, I think. So we'll see how that goes. But that is the end of my turn.
Nothing else we're tracking. Going on to the next battle round. This is battle round 3.
Battle round. So I'm going to go up to 6. You're going to go up to 5.
Yes, sir.
And not only that, but you're going to get another big primary.
Yes. If you could go ahead and score me for those 7 points, please, Chris, I would appreciate it.
Roger.
And you do owe me a battle shock over here.
Oh, yes. Yes, I will definitely
I
get
just
to that.
wanted to remind that I'm gonna step away for just a second.
So now that it is the 3rd battle round, my Doom and Darkness ability takes effect, which is each time a model makes an attack, if it would target a battle-shocked unit, I add 1 to the wound roll. And each time an attack targets a model of mine, if the attacking model is battle-shocked, it'll subtract 1 from the hit roll. So even though Dan synergizes well with the battle shock, now is when I can actually start layering on these debuffs. Speaking of battle shock, I got to make a battle shock because my one guy is barely hanging on by a thread. His battle shock is going to be 7, and do you modify it in any way?
No, sir.
So on a 7, battle shocked, he is battle shocked. We put a red token next to him. He's very, very scared. So as we begin the command phase, I don't have any buffs to do, but I am going to get my secondaries. My first one is going to be a tempting target. Dang, that sucks. And then my second one is going to be extend the battle lines.
Which you already have.
At the end of
Roll 2 in the no man's land.
control 1 or more objective markers. Oh man. Okay. So tempting target. Which one do you want me to take? That could actually force me to stay on 1.
The one for him to, the only one he could take would be over here. But because I don't want him to. I already don't want him to send more forces this way. So as he kindly mentioned, I'm gonna make him at least keep one way over here. So
Sure.
your tempting target, you're already gonna get it. Can't do
Sure.
anything about it. I don't think, and there's no way that I could have stopped you from getting here either. I don't think,
Correct.
because just walking this big guy over doesn't take it from me because I have 11 on it.
Correct.
But as soon as you kill one model, you get it.
Correct.
So there was forcing him to kill me faster seemed like a bad decision. So making him hold a unit back a little bit longer seemed intelligent to me. So we're picking the one for you guys on his side in the middle.
Correct, and that's a great choice because even though my guys are super durable and they're very strong, I still only have a very finite number of pieces to play the game with. So I think it's a good choice. Speaking of pieces to play the game, what do you still have in reserve?
Yes. So I have one more unit of Inceptors.
Sure.
And then I have my lovely lady that is not scary to you at all because all of her shenanigans are really good into infantry. She fights first.
This is the assassin.
The
correct?
assassin.
Okay.
But the assassin is great into infantry models, not vehicle models.
So at this point, I feel comfortable moving forwards. What's
I
that?
think you got one more secondary pool, right?
Oh, yes, it's extend battle lines and
Oh,
attempting
yeah,
target.
Thank you. Yep,
Yeah.
that was the other.
So he's pretty much getting an auto 10 this turn, guys, because I can't stop him because he's on two in the middle.
Correct. I do control the one in my own deployment zone. So we're going to go ahead and get to it. I score a lot of victory points for controlling Dan's backfield objective, and I only score a little bit for controlling mine. So I am going to leave a guy committed back here, but if he takes it at this point, I think it's going to be okay because there's always a possibility I could take it back. He needs to stay where he's at because he cannot get there. I mean, I guess he could get there. We'll see if I can actually land that. So we're going to roll our own advance roll this time. That's going to be a 4. She's going to get 16 inches. I don't think that's going to be enough.
Yeah, you got it.
So he will come
Because
up
he can
here.
cut that edge just enough because
Correct,
there's
'cause it's
room
not
for
a
his base.
wall.
And right there, perfect. So, yeah, I got you.
Perfect, thank you.
Boom.
He's good advancing, and he'll be able to control that point from my attempting target.
Yep.
That was such poor timing on that. Oh my gosh. You hate to see it. I am going to go ahead and spend a command point and go down to 4 for my Knights of Shade stratagem. This used to be specific to...
Before I forget, I forgot to tell you.
What's
On
that?
your rotate ion shields, it's going to cost you 2 CP from
Oh,
going forward.
yes. Great choice. Great choice. And chat and Chris, please don't let us forget that. Rotate Ion Shields is now going to be 2. Couldn't think of a better one than that.
There might be some other stratagems you have that are better for me to use that, but I know rotate.
Well, with this and that.
Because I have some shooting in
For
this
sure.
in this list, I think really making you choose to rotate and blow a lot of command points is worth it.
And it's
I can-
it's interesting because this is coming from the Caladius assassin who is off the table still, but because rules can be activated off the table as long as they don't say target something on the table or visible or anything.
In her special rule chat, and feel free to look at it, it does not say she needs to be on the battlefield. Like sometimes it'll say, while this character's on the battlefield, select blah, 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 blah. But that's not the case with her. Anyways, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Apologies.
No, please, absolutely. So the stratagem I'm using costs 1 command point. It's Knights of Shade. This used to be the sub-faction specific stratagem for the Army's paint scheme that I have today. So it's cool that it's one of the core stratagems that made it to 10th edition. The target is up to 2 War Dog models from your army or 1 Titanic Chaos Knight. And the effect is until the end of the phase, the selected models can move horizontally through models and terrain features as if they were not there. So I'm going to be selecting this model to move through terrain as if it was not there. And then I'm going to be selecting, I think I'm going to select this model as well to move through terrain.
Seems scary.
Now, it might not seem like a lot, but walls really get in my way.
No, any movement shenanigan, and as any competitive player knows, is huge. So a big restriction for vehicles is they have to, subtract movement to get around things. And you're saying, no, I'm Kool-Aid Manning through this building and showing you how things are done.
I'm going to move in a straight line
Sounds great.
over the wall, which I would not otherwise be able to do. And then this guy is going to move 12 inches in a straight line over this wall as well, which I don't actually think that I can get that far. So I'm just going to back up a little bit because my base can't actually fit there. So I'm going to take off an inch just to make sure that I'm not moving over what I'm supposed to.
Seems legit to me. No, you're great. Yeah.
And then he's battle shocked. He can still fight. I think I'm not going to run him away. I'll move him up a little bit closer here just to get some advantage. He's not going
Now-
to give you any obsec.
I have an interesting conundrum. You just moved him.
Hmm?
He has 2 wounds.
Sure. You in Overwatch?
I'm thinking about it. Keep moving. Let me just run
go
some
ahead.
math in my brain because it won't affect.
A unit or your army that you can advance and charge once per game. Except for the guys.
Oh, he had one of his big guys has a special rule that once a game
gonna
he can
let him
advance
there?
and charge, and he already did that with his other big guy. Yeah, and that's why he yeeted into these level humans.
He's going to cut across 14 inches to there.
Yeah.
And then my guy that can move, and please feel free to Overwatch at your leisure.
Yeah, the numbers in my head, even if I do pick up the 2 wounds, I don't think does enough. So,
You have an abundance of command points.
I
just
do.
wanna Point that out.
The problem is, I guess I get 1 free reroll, but so 3 dice trying to get 1/6 on it seems cheeky.
Short. I mean, you can even Overwatch with these guys.
So it's this guy though.
Oh, yeah.
Because he gets a free reroll to hit,
Sure.
wound, and damage. And you're within 24, so that's the. I do have 6 command points. All right, we're gonna try it, chat, because it's a new rule and we can do it in his movement phase, which I think is interesting. So I'm gonna Overwatch. He's within 18 now, so all the guns there. The ones that actually matter though. So I do get 1 free hit, wound, and damage reroll here. Looking for 6s though to hit. Cool. And give me a 6. Give me a 6. No.
Negative. One cool interaction with that, though, chat, is that since stratagems are phase locked, it means I could not have rotated ion shields because it is the movement phase and not the shooting phase. So that is something interesting. Also, let's say it was the charge phase, that would also have been a negative. We're doing what are we on now?
I'm just shooting all the rest of the guns. 2 shots. Nothing. And then the 2d6. 10. 2, 4, 6, 8.
Which,
10.
on that same note, stuff like Oath of Moment would apply because it's
Right.
not phase locked.
Except,
The Oath target is dead.
dead.
You can't pick a new one.
yeah, can't pick a new one until my command phase.
Correct. But we got some hits here.
We
What's
got
the
some
strength on
hits.
this gun?
Not good.
6s, baby.
Yeah,
Negative.
because 4 to your, to your
Dang.
9. But it was worth a try.
Dang.
Actually, I get to reroll 1 wound roll.
Oh, yep, absolutely.
Doesn't matter. And that was that. So it was worth. I think it was worth the CP because if I pick that guy up, that's 1
But
less
still,
piece to.
when you got that much, you don't want to lose the game and still have command points left. Like you
Yeah,
want to be
I
spending
know
them.
I have some of them that I know what I'm gonna use them for,
Uh-huh.
but I think that was worth it because taking 1 piece off the board on your turn
For sure.
seems worthwhile. Leaving it on 2 wounds was a mistake that I made because I should have shot the missiles at it. Because I would have. I had enough melee damage to pick up your big knight that extra 4 damage wouldn't have mattered.
And with that, that Overwatch is done. My movement phase is finished. Because I don't know if I moved him or not.
You moved him up because he was the special
Oh,
one.
yeah. Because he's the one that I might have shaded.
This
No,
one
he's
went
good.
to here, and
Perfect.
then that was the little one. So
No, you got
Yep.
it. And that was the one I had to check my measurement on. So we're good on movement phase. Time to shoot.
Yep.
I don't have a lot of my big guns to bear. It's funny that my best shooting units actually kept back on my backfield, and because of their mid-range, they actually have a lot they can see. So we are going to go ahead and start with my hurt guy. I'm getting -1 to hit him, correct?
-1 to hit and cover.
So, I mean, I got -1 to hit anyway, so there's no reason to not do that. And then we are going to shoot my out of line of sight gun. We're going to shoot over here at these guys,
Okay.
which is going to be a modifier to my ballistic skill, which is going to stack with my. Is it not?
It's just -1 to hit.
Oh,
Yep,
shoot.
it does not stack, so
there's
yeah.
definitely no reason to not do that. There are 5 guys in the squad, so the blast is
Plus
going to be
1.
+1. It's going to be 5 hits. These are going to hit on 4s. And that is going to be 2. The strength of this is 5. They're T4, correct?
Yeah.
And that is going to be 1 at AP 0, and he is going to get the benefit of cover, even though
But it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
That's the
haven't, so
one
we don't have
time
to use
I
it.
think I wish they would change the indirect rule, and I think this would make it better for everybody. +1 to your save. Not that you get cover. If you're firing indirect, it's +1 to the save. So even if you're Terminator, you go to
sure.
save 1.
For sure.
Now, always fail on a 1,
Got
we'll
it.
get on a 4. But I just think that would be one way to fix one of the indirect's a big problem right now for certain armies. Like it's too strong, and I think that would be a good help.
I'm looking forward to running 3 Death Corps gun carriages in my IG. I'm
If you haven't watched our Imperial Guard game from last Wednesday, I believe that would have been day 4, 5 of the 10 days of 10th. But yeah, he brought 2 indirect Earthshaker cannon carriages and a normal tank.
The Basilisk, 3 Mana Cores, a bunch of
and
Sentinels.
just spam it.
And just spam. Good.
Lean
Who's
into
gonna
it.
walk? Yeah, -2 movement to 3 different units.
Yep.
You have different Sentinels to give it out. You're gonna get +1 to hit from what's the guy on the horse?
The Leontis.
Yo, okay, so yeah,
Kyle
so,
played them.
I was the one who fought him. Yeah. So the thing is, a lot
My
of
Marines aren't any better, the
command
list I wanna
point,
run.
I have stratagems that give me +2 to my movement. Then he's got stuff that just takes that away. So basically, I negate it, but he basically normalizes my movement at that time. So like he just put all of his stuff in the back and I just had to like run for cover, right? It didn't matter because cover didn't matter either.
Yep. No,
big.
my Scout Sentinel says no cover, and yeah, it's ridiculous. So they can hand out so many.
Yep.
Anyways,
I'm
sorry.
excited. I'm excited for the Death Corps Marshal. Like, I think it's going to be good.
It was a great game though. Definitely go and watch it if you haven't seen that one yet.
Gun to here.
And
We got stealth.
yep.
I'm at -1 anyway, so I'm
Yep.
still hitting on 4s. That is going to be negative. That's big. We're going to shoot this guy next. He's going to shoot his missile and his Gatling cannon here. The Stalker rule is not going to be applicable because
Yep.
they've got their buddy here. So we got blast +1 is going to be 2. That's coming around. Hitting on 3s. It's going to be 1 hit because they don't have stealth, correct?
No, they don't. It's 6 inches. It's 6 inches bubble from him. Yeah.
Copy. And then 3s.
Should have played him a little better.
It's going to be 1 AP0.
Loving it. 3-up save.
Got it. You're good. And that's 8, 10, 12. Gatling cannon. Here we go. Hitting on 3s.
Please no.
They do have the benefit of cover because they are all the way inside there. So this is going to be AP1, but it's not going to matter. Wounded on 3s. That is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 on them at AP1. Saving on 3s.
Oof.
Nice.
So chunks of dude, and now with your special rule, right? Because it's turn 3, I do have to take a battle shock test, correct? Because someone's hurt.
When it's your turn.
Oh, still just in the command phase.
I do not have any knights that force you to do it.
Got it.
Okay, that's done. That's done. We're going to shoot my back brigand over here at the closest squad that you can see.
Infiltrators,
We're going to go ahead and shoot his missile first.
Now, I believe I will get cover because you cannot completely see all of them.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And the brigand's
Just like
special
that.
rule is when he shoots a target that is the closest target, I get a perk. And
Yes.
they are the closest eligible
They are
target.
definitely the closest eligible.
So the brigand, his special rule is brigand. Each time this model makes a range attack that targets the closest eligible enemy unit, improve the armor penetration by 1. So
Cool.
it'll cancel out the cover. Missile
Beautiful.
is going to be 5 + 1, or do they take a casualty?
They did not, so you get your +1, so big 6.
As it is. This guy hits on 2s at range. Do they have stealth?
No. Nothing special here, just the cover. But
If you roll more 1s, then these are going to run up
appreciate you.
3s.
Appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
Appreciate you.
That's going to be 1 at AP1, countered by cover. Negative. So 1 damage. Feel no pain.
Feel no pain for these guys. No. So he feels the pain. The pain has been felt. He is not happy about it.
It hurts.
What a dick!
Why does it hurt? Hitting on
Ow.
2s.
You mean this giant machine just shot me with a big old gun and it hurt?
Who knew? And then these are going to wound on 3s. It's straight 6.
Uh-huh.
This is AP1. It's going to go to AP2.
So back to AP1 for cover.
Correct.
Yep, so
and that is
4s.
going to be 4 of them, saving on
4s and 4s. And then failed saves will roll 6s for.
Yes, sir.
Or we'll do that and be just okay.
My man.
But now, don't you have the plasma crazy gun
I
on
got the
him?
big melting
Yeah,
gun now.
to just see if you can
Hitting on
literally
2s?
obliterate a...
2 hits.
Yeah.
This is going to wound on 2s at strength 12.
I mean, it's going to wound on 0s, but sure.
2, and that's going to be AP4 with the extra AP is going to go to AP5.
So down to 4, so I
Which
wouldn't
will
get a
still be
save.
killed. So first 1 damage.
Don't worry about that one because he's just wrecked.
Copy.
Oh, yeah, sure. So 3, cool, that kills him.
And then the
The
next,
next one, is it?
6. We're not in melter range, I don't think, so just 6
What's
Philippines.
melter range for you?
Melter range is 12.
Oh, yeah.
So that would be 10 Philippines.
Not even, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Hey, you know, like, you could.
No, I appreciate you.
Melted into his boots.
Yeah, no. What boots? He's literally not there anymore.
There's a
That guy, there's a puddle of goo in a wall, and you're like, what happened here?
This guy is going to shoot next.
No,
He's in
please.
range. He's in range. He's not. He can't see anybody, so we'll do him. We're just going to shoot over here at the squad he can see,
Okay.
which is the Terminator squad, or I could actually shoot the Inceptors. I feel like the Inceptors actually is a better target. I'm going to lose my rapid fire, but I could actually do something. So he's going to
Self cover, but
Yep.
no invuln or anything special.
for sure. So I'm not going to be able to mitigate that regardless. So he's going to hit on 4s because he is not the range guy, but he's going to reroll 1s to hit from the
Love it.
the Taskmaster Aura, my favorite Marvel bad guy.
Aha.
And it's going to give me 1 reroll that will hit, and then we're going to there
Strength.
T5.
I think, yeah.
I'm
there's-
string 5.
Okay. Roll and see if it matters. No.
1 AP0.
3 up. Cool.
Got it. Nice. And then
I am
this
curious what
guy,
they are, though. Yep.
he's
Same.
gonna
Rinse and
shoot
repeat.
the same target. He is going to get rapid fire range, but he's not going to reroll 1. So hitting on 4s. That is going to be 4 hits.
T6.
Oh shoot, wound on 5s. Those guys are T6. That's crazy.
They're Gravis armor. They count as Gravis armor.
That's 2 at AP0. From my
3 up.
little.
Failed one, pass one.
Got a damage.
Damage 1.
Yes, sir. I
3
would
wounds.
have loved to have been in the design meeting when somebody was thinking of what these war dogs should look like with this like sick body and this little like swivel gun on his head. Like,
Yeah, there's nowhere else they could have thought to put that.
yeah, like the big ones are cool because it's like right there in their
You know
chest.
why? It's because they were lazy and they matched the Imperial Knights. And that's the Imperial Knight body kit with, I mean, like that's how the carapace is. They just
Yeah.
added the star on it. Which, don't get me wrong, I actually really like that they did the extra chaosy stuff on your armor panels. Like, that seems pretty cool.
They look
But
way better.
I do think they could have done a better job with the missile launcher and the gun. I don't know where you put it on the Baby Knight. Maybe like between his legs, just like whip it around. I feel like as a Chaos Knight, he
Direct
walks up and
quote.
just goes, duh. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, freaking 4th edition Chaos Marines, like I can't do it on stream, but like all their guys had the elongated middle finger.
Yeah.
It's super cool.
It's all right. We're marked as not safe for children.
Yeah, so you can say it. Yeah, you can give me the bird.
This guy's gonna shoot his big gun straight back here.
No, thank you.
He hits on 2s innately.
So 3s.
Stealth is gonna be 3s. Big gun. Here
You
we
could
go.
just not do that. Would be great. Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, great. Cool,
And
cool.
then,
And then negative 1s
Negative. Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
wound. Yeah.
So strength is 18.
Yeah. So negative 1s.
And this is gonna be devastating on 6s because it is a vehicle. And that is gonna be. Doctor, you make 1 save.
No, obviously he blows up.
Oh, but like, well, how many damages that you have, or how many wounds?
Aren't they D6 plus 3?
Yeah, but how many wounds does he have?
Like 6?
Oh, I thought I had more than that.
He doesn't blow up. Maybe I'm wrong. I didn't think he had that many wounds.
I mean, I'll probably.
10.
Okay,
so go
so-
ahead, roll the mortals
Yeah, we're
real
at
quick.
6. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
they'll blow up.
And he doesn't blow up.
Copy.
The 4s, yeah. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
I thought it was way more durable than that. That was my
No.
mistake.
The damage version of it might be because there's a. It's not okay. The damage version has a cool thing that it gets to if something dies around it, it gets to shoot. So running 3 of them is hilarious because the other 2 get to shoot if you ever kill one of them.
And that is it for the shooting phase. It felt like that phase went really, really well. It is time for the charge phase. And at the beginning of the charge phase, I'm going to go ahead and spend a command point, Chris, and go down. I'm tracking being at 3. Is that correct? 4 Knights of Shade. Again. And then I'm going to make this knight be able to move through terrain.
Okay.
And I'm going to make this knight be
Okay.
able to move through terrain. And we'll go ahead and start with the easy one. I'm going to need to charge both of these squads because those guys are kind of in the way. But my intent is to get my big claw on the tank.
Yeah, no, you're good. I think so. Back
I
of
gotta
his
go
base
around.
would just be 4, but then his whole base is like 3 inches long, right? So I'm thinking you're gonna need 4, like a 6.
6 sounds good to me. So this is the hardest one. So I'm going to go ahead and roll it first to see if I need my command point. And I will not.
No.
I will get it with a 7.
Yeah.
So
And I
based
think
off
you can get to right there pretty easily.
Dan's measurements, we'll go 3 here. We'll go 4 more there, which is good. That
perfect,
charge
yep.
will complete. He's not a total melee monster, but he is a melee guy and he's a big vehicle. So we're going to do this guy next. He's going to charge straight ahead.
Okay. I don't have anything I have to do in this charge phase. It's all in the fight phase.
Okay.
So do your yep. Don't roll ones.
Easy
hooray.
charge. He's got 9. You can touch him
Straightforward.
in. Yes, sir. Thank you so much. And I'd actually like to come this way as much as possible.
of course. I'm going to try to not hit your claw at all. There you go.
And then this guy is going to charge these guys here.
Don't roll snake eyes or do.
Got it with a 5. Thank you, sir. And then this is my guy that is moving over terrain.
So just to let you know, there is a guy
Correct.
here.
So I'll probably have to charge both of them.
Well, so I think you can, because you can run through here now and over models, I don't think the
Sure.
engagement thing will matter. But to get his, what is it? Is it a 4-inch base or 3-inch base?
Should be a 4-inch base.
4-inch? Okay, so to get the 4 inches to here, because you're going to have to get it just all the way through the wall here. So I think you need 6 or a 7. So let's see if you roll a 6, we can remeasure it.
Sure.
But
6 or 7. Here we go. That is going to be
7.
A
So you
so
definitely
7
have
is
it.
for sure.
7's for sure. And
Okay.
that would put him right. May I?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, and that would put him clear that to like right there. Do you want him to base right here? Is that okay?
Yes, that's fine.
And you're outside of everything that matters.
Yep, I'm giving you that point. It doesn't do me any points anyway.
No.
This guy, I don't actually think he can make the charge that I thought he could now. Now that I look at it from this angle.
He could get to right here,
But
right?
would that even be close enough to...
Because it's 1 inch of the wall. So I'm less than an inch away. So you'd be within an inch of me. Because if his base is right here, that's less than 1 inch from this guy. If he
Okay.
can fit there. I don't know, can you get your base there? That's the real question.
So I paid to move through the wall, so that gives me... I'll just roll for it, and we'll see. So that looks like a 6. I don't think that's going to do it. 6 would only get me to here. And I think I'm okay. I think I'll just leave him there in reserve and just kind of keep him back to see what needs to be done. So...
Half your army is now engaged.
yeah, that's a gambit.
That
I can do
is-
my gambit this turn. Stop scoring
You
primaries.
got to roll 4-ups on all of them. But how many 6s you've rolled, I'm not too... I would actually be worried that you would just get it right here. Well, we can call it a game.
It's, yeah, I don't know.
Now, a reminder, I do have 5 CP to interrupt.
No, for sure, and I am tracking that. What's his combat profile?
He's decent. He's going to give the whole unit lethal hits.
Sure.
Um,
Isn't that Azrael?
is this sustain
Yeah.
lethal in combat? Oh, maybe it's just his blade's lethal. Hold on. Oh, it's devastating. I'm so sorry. You're right. So it is sustained hits 1. He has 6 attacks, hitting on 2, strength 6, AP 4, 2 damage. Devastating wounds, though.
Devastating wounds. Understood. I do think, even though that is risky, I think this is
Oh,
going to be my
picking
better
one here,
target.
yeah, for sure. Now, what is the AP and the damage profile, and who are you selecting first? That's the
So
big thing.
we'll go ahead and select him first to fight.
Okay, and now which profile are you using?
So
I guess
he has 3,
Mhm.
which is the strike, sweep, and the slaughter claw. Based off what I know from you, I think the slaughter claw is going to be my best option.
Which one is that?
It's the bottom profile. So 6 on 2 pluses, 12, AP 3, and a D6 plus 2.
So I could make a DC plus 1, but if I get it down to an AP 2, that would still put me on my 4-up either way. Okay, and then just curious, he has this. Both of these have the same thing, right? Both of these guys,
Yes, they're the same model.
same model, yeah, same thing. Okay, so I don't think it's worth the -1 damage isn't going to help. Actually, you know what? I have 5 CP. I'm going to
yeah.
spend 1, so
Yeah. So we're at -1 damage.
-1 damage.
So now if I roll a 1, they'll live.
Uh,
Because it's D6 plus 2.
So
the
some of
D6
them have 4 wounds.
Oh,
some
copy,
of them
copy,
have
copy. Understood. So yeah,
3
definitely.
wounds, depending on who I'm doing. So yeah, and I'll tell you when I'm doing it who's going on. But yep. So spending 1 CP, -1 damage. I'm not worried about the AP,
AP won't matter
because
anyway.
everyone has a 4-up invuln in that army or that unit anyways.
Absolutely.
And I don't think I have. Chris, do I have? I have a fight on death as well. Is it a 4-up or is it just a fight on death?
No fight on that.
Negative.
Oh, it's in the regular Marines. Okay, no problem. Do your worst, sir. So only the 1 CP, just -1 damage.
-1 damage, and I'm just hitting on weapon skill, no penalties. Copy.
Yeah. Yes.
So we are hitting on 2s. No sustain, no nothing, but I'm going to hit all 6 of them. And then because of my strength 12, I'm going to be wounding on 2s. Or do they have a -1 to wounds?
Nope.
Okay. And that is going to be 5 wounds on them at AP 3.
Okay.
Hey, Chris, remember that one time that Dark Angels had transhuman all the time and they passed morale and all that?
Boy, I miss those days.
Oh, that was bad.
Nobody else misses them but me.
Bad, man. Oh, my gosh.
When what happened? I missed it. Sorry, I was reading something.
When all of your Dark Angels had transhuman for free the
yeah.
whole time.
Yeah.
Your whole
That was
T4
a little-
army with transhuman. It's crazy.
What, that strength 12 attack shouldn't wound me on 4s? I don't understand the concept.
Well, the math was easy because you just wounded on 4s all the time.
All day.
Made the games streamlined.
Yeah, honestly, they were talking about wanting to streamline the rules. That's easy to remember.
Yeah, just give Dark Angels transhuman on everything.
Okay, so
including the
I have
tanks.
5 AP3s,
Yes, sir.
and these are D6 plus 1 damage.
Yes, because you
Okay.
paid to
Yep.
make it minus.
Okay.
So how do you want to do it?
So we're gonna do the first one. We're doing it on this guy, the precision guy, because that doesn't help me at all into you. So
Correct,
he
yeah.
only has 3 wounds. So
Corrupt.
4-ups.
Negative.
Don't roll a 1.
That's going to be 3.
3. Okay.
Feel the pain?
Feel no pains.
What is
My
it?
man.
Where did it come from?
The icon of the Mubob.
Pennant of Remembrance.
Yeah.
Is somebody's battle shocked, right?
They have to be battle shocked.
Oh, okay. So is it only 6s then?
It's only 6s. So
I thought it was 5s.
yeah. So
So he is down. And then we have 4 saves left.
yep.
to take.
4 saves left. All right. So the next one we'll do on a Thunderhammer. 4 up.
Got it.
Cool.
3.
Cool.
Nice.
No.
Negative.
And then damage.
D6 plus 1.
And I have 1 left.
That's going to be 6 on him.
Okay. 2, 4, 6. 6 ups.
All 6s, baby. Let's see
And
big.
what's bad for you is I'm now +2 to hit.
I mean, I got to kill him eventually.
Yep. I hear you.
Hey, you got a lot, though.
Almost. I needed 1 more because he has 4 wounds. So you still did kill him though.
And then I'm tracking one
more
additional
save, yep.
save.
And with that one, we will do it on a missile launcher.
Sure.
Yeah. No.
Negative.
Thank you, sir. Tell me some damage there.
Damage on that is going to be
3.
3. Is that kill him?
I need 1 6.
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't know if I want to command reroll it there. I just feel like.
It is 2 CP to command reroll it.
Oh, that's right. Ooh, that's so expensive. No, it's okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I mean, I definitely haven't been rolling that many 6s, so
But you're going to roll 6s right now?
I'm not. Don't worry, sir.
No.
Just for you.
You were supposed to, though.
Just for you.
I specifically requested it.
I know you did. Which one was fighting?
It's this one.
Okay.
Oh, no. It was this one. My mistake. He's
Okay.
the one.
Yeah. Either or. I mean, they're the same profile. Use some which ones. Okay. So
And that's it for him.
for him. So
And
now
then-
this one's left still.
Consolidate. I need to consolidate this way. I can't consolidate that way, correct?
Right, you have to go into the unit.
There is another unit over here.
Closest.
So yeah, that's what I was
Yeah.
just tracking, just to make sure I was.
I
doing
actually
it
should
right.
have pulled the other guy, but that's okay.
Do you?
No, too late. You're coming in.
It's not too late.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Paid interrupt.
So I will be interrupting now. So I'm down to 2.
Absolutely.
And now I get 3 inches, right?
Yeah, and you can get all your guys around because he is the one that has not fought yet.
Right. So we'll go boop. We'll go boop. This guy can just, to give me a little bit more room, we'll go boop this way.
Yep, for sure.
So then he can slide over to get a little more room. That seem good.
Yep.
And then I don't think, though, I'll go boop.
It's looking like the 6 of them,
And then this guy's just going to come over to here.
and they can still fight him.
Yeah, exactly. So these 3 will fight this way.
Sure.
The rest will fight that way.
Yep, not losing any attacks.
Yeah. Now, this is a new battle round, right?
This is battle round 3.
Battle round 3. So I'm going to do my free CP because someone's battle shocked 5 and 6 is auto wound.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
But I don't have any rerolls because no oath moment target currently.
Who's battle shocked in your army?
This one
The,
hiding
the
guy.
one guy that's
he can't see you.
Oh, right.
yeah, so he's right here. He's still battle shocked.
He's a-
Because I haven't been back to my command phase to unbattle
He's
shock
a
him.
brave boy.
Yeah. He did desperate breakout and lived.
And lived.
From a big knight that was probably swinging to just backhand him off the board.
And now all these guys are like, oh, we'll do it for Steve.
For Steve.
The Terminator named Steve.
No, the Deathwing Knight named Steve.
Brother Steven, spelled with a PH.
It sounds way better, at least.
Custodies, you got all these things. They're like, "Hello, I'm Steve."
All right, so we're gonna work our way around. We've got a lot of weapons.
Yes,
so
sir. Here we go.
This is the apothecary, so we're gonna do your left. We're gonna do all the left guy first, then come back to the right guy.
Copy.
So left guy. So chain fist.
Yes, sir. Ooh.
Hitting on 4s. No rerolls, but 5s and 6s auto wound.
Copy.
And then anti-vehicle 3.
Anti-vehicle. Looking
So
like
one auto wound, 1 miss.
No rerolls.
No rerolls, right?
Copy.
Because no at the moment. And now
Anti-vehicle.
anti-vehicle 3. So 3 up. No. Not CPing. So if you could give me 1 AP2 save, please.
It's only AP2.
Oh my god, all my things are AP2.
Man, chain fists are weird now. That's a negative.
Negative 2 damage on the little one on the left.
2, you'll be at 10.
I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna leave it here so we can see it.
That sounds great, and you can leave it over here if you want to, just to make your life easier. Okay, so the commander's gonna be the big red dice, but these are all the power fists.
Sure.
The big red dice are hitting on 2s though because he's
Copy.
captain, and then
Famously.
we've got
Captain.
captain.
I like how captains don't take the penalty for hitting with power fist now. I think that's fitting.
Well, actually, none of them. Their power fists are hitting on 3s.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
But he gets hit on 2s, and then just 3.
He's just better.
Yeah, he gets 1 extra swing with it too, which is kind of nice. Okay, so 2s and 3s, 5s and 6s auto wound.
Yes, sir.
Don't worry, I won't roll you any 5s or 6s, but that's okay.
That's big, Dan. Oh my gosh.
And then strength 8 to your T9, so 5s.
It's T10, but
T10,
yes,
yes.
We got 2.
We got 1.
Oh, 1.
Just 1.
AP2.
AP2.
5 up. Got it.
Loves it. Now what matters, we've got the 3 thunder hammers, so we're just going to pray here. 3 swings each, right? Yep. 1, 2.
Can we get a praise the Emperor?
For the Emperor!
Huzzah! 4, 5s, and 6s matter here. Huzzah!
There we go.
That'll work.
That's good.
That'll actually really work. So, no rerolls though, unfortunately. So,
3s?
no, because it's a thunder hammer.
Copy.
So no devastating
it.
wounds, but give me 4 AP2s.
These AP2s. These
2 damage each.
These are 5s. And that's big. He's going to take 8 and have 2 wounds left.
Well, but that's all the swings I have into him. So he is going to get to swing. Can't do anything about it. So I should have re-rolled the 1 with the CP. I almost did it with the chain fist because it was on a 3 up.
I would have failed it.
Yep, there it is.
Dang, man.
Can't change the past though. Okay, so now the guys over here, we've got 2 power fists, so that's going to be 6 swings. Wow, that was good. So that's give me 3 saves, AP2.
This is going to be 5s.
Yep.
That is going to be 2 passes and a fail.
Nice. So just 2 damage on him, and then 1 thunder hammer.
We got 10 on that one.
Just 1
He does an auto wound.
auto wound. Yep, just one.
Oh,
Just
copy.
1 save.
Fail.
2 more.
So he is at 8. Do you have any other attacks going to these guys?
Unfortunately not. I can't throw. Chris, is there grenade?
No.
You can't throw a grenade to come in. Okay, cool. I had to try, right? Hey, I have a grenade strat.
Okay, interrupting is no longer a thing. He's crippled, so we'll just go ahead and do him next. He's
Yeah.
going to attack with the same slaughter claw that his buddy did, except he's going to hit on a 3 instead of a 2 because you hurt him. And that's going to miss a lot. That was good. And then 2s.
Yeah.
That's going to be 3 for you at your invul save.
Yep. -1 damage still, but
Correct?
okay.
Last hitting in the phase.
So I don't think the missile launcher is gonna be helpful anymore, so we're gonna do it on a missile launcher guy.
Sure.
4 up.
My man.
Cool. Give me 1 more. No. Okay. So damage.
Damage is going to be
Not
7.
Not worried about that. Cool. Good chat.
Last
And
one.
Then. Do I need the banner? Yeah, we'll do it on a storm shield guy.
Sure.
So
Absolutely.
show me a 4. Cool. Come make me sad in one of these 2 places.
Yep. The tank is a bigger threat to me than the squad, so we're going to put my Slaughter Claw on him. This Slaughter Claw's profile is the same, except he's going to hit on 3s because he's not a carnivore.
Okay. T10. 12 wounds, 3 up save. And I don't have any. I can't do anything special in melee defense.
So we're going to hit on 3s. The Slaughter Claw is 12. You said it's T10, so it's going to hit on 3s, wound on 3s, and then you'll save on 6s.
What's the AP on this one?
3. Do you want to do your deal?
Ooh, you know what?
That actually would
that
be
would
good.
matter
Going from a
because
6 to a 5.
going to 5 up because that might keep him alive. Yeah, so
Yep.
I'll spend that so I'm down to 2 CP.
Sure. Tracking that, Chris?
Yep.
Excellent.
I'm at 2 though.
I think I may have counted the 3-1 you did.
Yeah.
Copy. Hitting on 2s?
I thought you said
Excuse
3s.
me, 3s. I
Yeah.
did say 3s. Those will miss. And then Slaughter Claw, strength 12, wounding on 3s.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be 2.
5
Here we
ups.
go. You got
Damage.
this. Damage is a d6 plus 2.
Oh god. So I need to make one of these because otherwise it's pretty likely you're gonna kill
I
him.
can just whiff.
I made one though.
Yeah! And it's going to be a d6 plus 2.
Yeah, but he's gonna roll the big. Oh,
4.
okay, so 4. So he had 12, so he's down to 8.
He's good. And then he's going to turn that big old turn around and just be like,
God, I hope so.
Right in his
that would
face.
make me happy
That'd
on
be
the
sick.
inside.
you said these guys are big toughness, right? Those
T6.
guys are T6, so we're going to do
3
this
wounds each though, so
strike profile with my chain talon. That guy hits on 3s innately.
but so to 4s because he's at 2 wounds.
He's at 4s, so 2 wounds. That is
Sounds
correct.
good.
So we're going to hit on 4s,
Uh-huh.
and that is going to be a great roll
Nice.
from me. Can you measure off 6 inches from them, please, to see if my stalker rule will
Oh.
take effect?
Yeah, we're good. We're still within 6
Perfect.
of these
So
guys.
that is not going to give me +1 to wound. The strength of the chain talon strike is 10, so he's going to wound on 3s. And that is going to be 3 on them at AP 3 damage, which I didn't give you time to do stratagem. Did you have
I
another
couldn't.
defense?
No,
okay,
we're good.
Understood.
I appreciate you. So 3.
3 at 3 damage.
Cool. So
Or 3
I
AP 3. Sorry.
So I need 6s, and
got it.
if I don't roll 1 6, you get the unit.
Copy. You're going to roll all 6s.
Not like that. And I like to throw them out of the box because
You got one more?
good chat.
You hate to see it.
No. They survived longer than I expected them to.
They did a lot of work. This guy cannot consolidate into a unit or onto a point.
Yep. No, not within 3.
So he is staying exactly where he is. I think we're
swingbacks?
we're clear. Yeah, all my charge guys are done. They
Okay.
fought already, so it's these guys back here. And the tank.
Oh,
with
we're
his
doing the tank
armored
first.
treads.
Stop it. Yeah. 3 attacks on 3s. 2 hits.
It has such a
Big
minor
old
impact.
strength. Big old strength 6. So you know.
5s.
5s. Oh, I thought I saw it too. All right, cool.
Hey.
All right, so just pile in here real quick, just so we can come touch you and make you not have a great day.
Yeah, we got it. This dude's gonna get in there with a sword. He's gonna cut off both his legs.
I mean, that would be really impressive for Azrael because it's not like that good of a weapon.
We
but
need
got
Dan
6.
Abnett to write this fight.
Ooh.
Who cut?
He would climb up the top, stick his sword through the window, and just like pull it out with
Pull
your
the
dude's
body.
skull.
Yeah.
On the
Wind
sword.
down.
Yep. That's
All right,
right.
on 2s.
Yes, sir. Here we go.
But sustained hits, so that comes
There's a
back
catch
in.
one. Okay. It's the same hits 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Ten.
then devastating wounds, strength 6, so 5s.
5,
but
6s
are
are the
mortals.
good ones. Let's hit it.
AP 4,
Yeah.
2
I
damage.
I don't get a save.
Yeah. But so 5s and 6s, please, and thank you.
I see 1, 2.
Okay,
Nice.
so no save, so just be 4 damage then.
4 damage. He's down to 8. We got more shots coming.
Baby shots, but yes.
3 attacks each.
On the intercessors.
That's what I
Or
thought.
whoever they are.
No, because the sergeant has a chain or a sword. Because you can just replace his close combat weapon with it. So this is just AP 1, so it's 5. Yeah. So 5 swings. These are hitting on 3s. 6s explode. Cool. Good chat. And then now 6s. Cool.
Negative.
And then 3. How many guys are left? 2 more. Cool. 3s. 6s explode.
We got.
Cool.
That was good.
Except I'm wounding you on 6s, no AP.
Do it again.
No. Good chat. It's okay, sir. It's okay. Okay. So he's 8 wounds.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That
was a pretty good turn.
We did them. That was a good turn for me. Thank you. At the end of the turn, we are going to score extend battle lines.
Yeah, you're getting a big old 10.
That'll be 5 from that one, and then I do control the target that Dan selected, which is going to score me 5 more for a total of 10. And it is battle round 3 for you, my man.
Okay. Before I forget, let's both go up. You're going to go up to 4 CP, I believe.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to go up to 4 as well.
Correct for
'Cause
your,
he's still
your
there.
guy.
I never remember when this is, but so I'm going to put him in there now.
Sure, that's
Just,
fine. If they have a single guy lost, you'll roll battle shock, so it's not going to interact
Yep.
with that any differently.
And yep. So now we're on to.
You can,
Battle shock won't matter for primary. I still believe I hold this one. Maybe not. Well, how about your OC?
My OC is 8. But you
Oh,
could
no.
you could have easily moved him over there if you wanted to get another body on the point.
I don't think it'll matter though, because so they're OC2. So I guess that will matter for Battle Shock though. So let me see if they get Battle Shock because they have one guy gone, right?
Correct. So it'll be Battle Shock -1 from my aura.
Right, and I don't think Azrael has an extra good, which is really surprising since he's kind of the leader of the army. He's still leadership 6, so on a 7-up. No, so they're Battle
Negative.
Shocked.
Now you could just spend CP to pass it.
Let's see if it matters. So it would be 2, 3, 2, 4, 5. What is the tank?
3 probably.
Yeah. If it's 4,
He's 3. So 8.
you would contest it.
I would contest it, so that doesn't actually help me, so I don't really need to.
Okay, that's fine.
That seem reasonable?
Yep.
Yeah, so they are Battle Shocked.
Sure.
The single guy over there on a 7.
What a stud.
Now he's loving it.
He's not Battle Shocked.
He is
Right
not
now I feel
Battle
better.
Shocked. Nah, bruh. Come at me. And then anybody that's hurt at all, right?
So it'll be the tank, these guys, and those guys.
Oh, the tank. Let's do
Correct.
tank. Tank's loving it.
Love it.
The big unit. This one actually matters. We'll do big dice for big numbers.
Do you
Hopefully.
want to? Okay,
6.
it doesn't matter. Or it doesn't matter.
No, that does. That would fail it. I need to probably be able to spend a thing on them. So is it 1 CP or 2?
1.
Cool. So I'm down to 3 CP.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll do the 3 guys in the back over there, the infiltrator squad.
Yep. They will
Battle
be Battle
Shocked.
Shocked as well.
So not holding that point.
I am. I have a guy on the inside.
Correct. And he has OC1 when he's Battle Shocked anyway.
Yeah.
True.
Okay.
So
So
this
I only
is-
get 5,
Copy. Understood.
not a 7. Yeah, you're crushing me on the primary.
And just as a reminder, my Doom and Despair, you will get -1 to hit against my guys with your Battle Shock guys, and I'll get +1 to wound your Battle Shock guys.
Right. Yep. 100%. We're on the same page there. Okay. Yes, I need to figure out these.
Big secondaries.
Secure no man's land. And cleanse.
Cleanse is the action one, right?
Yep,
You
do
got
an
a lot of
action.
bodies. You got guys coming in that could do it.
Possibly. Yeah. So 1 objective marker for 2 VP, or if I can do it on 2 objective markers, but I have to control them, I believe, to do it. And I think it's going to be hard to control 2 in no man's land because of how big your OC is. Unless I would be able to kill you off of it, which I don't know if I have the firepower left somewhere to pick up one. We'll see. And then secure no man's land. At the end of your turn, if you control 2 or more, I control 1, so I'd have to control a second one. So I'd either have to get 10 on there or 9 over there, or kill you. So that's a pretty big ask. This is battle round 3, so they do need to come down. Chris, I'm.
No, they don't. That's not a thing anymore.
Unless the mission specifically says.
Oh. Well, that's good to know. Can you check for me again? Sorry, I apologize, chat. I haven't done the stratagems enough. Do I have a fallback? I feel like there's a fallback in something with this army.
Eligible to shoot and declare a charge.
Yep.
For 1 CP?
Yep. Intractable.
When do I have to do that?
In your movement phase, just after they fall back.
Okay. So I grew back a guy. We did that already. We did all the battle shock. Hooray.
Disgusting.
I do have to decide what my oath target is going to be, and that's going to be the only thing I need to worry about. We've got 2 wounds, 8 wounds, 2 wounds, 8 wounds. All right, so how cheeky do we want to be?
Well, will you think about that? We've got Riley in the chat. He says he's blessing your dice again, Dan, so we're marking the moment.
We will see. Hopefully that'll work well as it did last time.
Emperor, hear this oath.
God, are they?
I honestly cannot make any suggestions. Like
You're right.
if I was in your spot, I don't know what
They're
the
only
move
OC
would be.
1. Okay, we're going to have to see if we can't pick up that guy, though. So that's what we're going to have to do. Are you... Let's see if I can I land a guy 9 away from you?
Pardon?
No, you're fine. Nope, because you are on the point, so it would be impossible to get the guy there. So I can't do the action there, even if I wanted to. I can cleanse on 1 for sure. So I can get the baby 1 for both of those, right? Because I have that one over there.
Correct.
Although, if you're battle shocked, can you do an action?
I think it would specifically tell you you can't.
So the only thing you can't do in Battle Shock is you just can't spit CP on them.
It should say an eligible unit being, but you also have the Terminator that can do it.
But I have eligible to shoot, so let's see. Not this one, this one.
Wait, I'll look it up really
Yes, right here. So you are right. Are not battle shocked. So they couldn't
Correct.
do it. Yeah, perfect. Or do I spend 2 CP to get rid of cleanse? Get the baby secure and try to get a different one. Yeah, Chris, I'm gonna spend 2 CP. Drop cleanse. I think I need, because you are crushing me on the primary right now, I think. So getting rid of cleanse, I'm going to hold on to secure no man's land because I'll get the baby one no matter what.
Correct.
So I've got the one. I want to see what this next one's going to be before I make any other decisions. So put that over there, pulling up the next top one. Overwhelming force.
Kill a unit on an objective.
That's doable.
That is very doable.
3 points for 1, 5 points for 2.
Yep. All right. So we're going to have to try to get a little lucky here.
You got this. It's saved up from the first couple turns. It's just going to be like, ugh.
Well, right. But I'm trying to be greedy. So being greedy might mean that I don't get it.
Keep in mind that this is, at the end of this turn, is your gambit turn. So if you're planning the gambit.
I appreciate that, but no, the gambits are unfortunately not balanced correctly, in my opinion. They made them too hard. I get that there are a lot of points, but they are, if you're losing bad enough you think you need a gambit,
You're probably not going to be able to do the gambit.
probably not going
anyway.
to do the gambit. My opinion. And I know what that CP is gone, so I'm pretending I'm at 0 CP. Okay. I know, pretend.
Budgeting.
All right, so I'll walk you through what my plan is here after I just need to look up her. And you're not infantry. God, that's so depressing. Melee, strength 5, lethal hits. Lethal hits, okay. Yep, okay. So we're going for glory. Because they have 10 wounds, 12 wounds.
They have 12 wounds, yes, sir.
3, 6, 9, 12. I gotta get 4 out of 6 to go through, and you have 4 CP, so you still could rotate ion.
Even
All
with
right.
the expense of it, I can
Even with
still
the expense of it. So trying to kill a second one on an objective, and for this, if I hadn't brought down the green guys, which I needed to, I'm trying to see if I can kill this guy over here. So I can land those 3 guys there, but they only have 6 shots. Damage 3. So even if I put my oath over there, I'm likely to get all 6 to wound.
Do they have devastating?
They don't. But it's going to put you on your invul no matter what it is. So I'm assuming you're going to go with your 4 up. So even if you didn't, you went your 5 up, you're still saving 2. Just math-wise, so only 4 through, which is 3, 6, which is 12.
Sure.
But that's if everything goes exactly to plan.
Sure.
And you don't spend the CP to rotate.
And, I mean,
So I have nothing else that can shoot over there.
What about your assassin?
Assassin is garbage at shooting, and better into infantry. So that's what I was looking at. Because it's not a terrible weapon because it's anti-infantry like 3 or something like that. But anywho, all right, so that's what I think we're gonna go for. We have to do it. So my oath target. No, I can't be that greedy. Okay, oath target's here.
Sure.
So we'll put the lovely dice here. I know it's only the 8 wounds.
I'm not going to forget about.
So none of them are going to come down since I realize now I don't have to. I'm spending the 1 CP chat, so they're going to fall back now, but they now can shoot and charge.
Sure, they're not battle shocked, so there's no risk of you doing that.
Yep. And to be cheeky, we're going to fall back. We got 5 inches of movement. Let's not cheat you here. 8 wounds in the middle. So that's the one that probably is going to be the hardest. So we'll come here, and then you're just coming here. Bop, bop. Just a little bit off. Bop, bop. Actually, hold on. We have to scoot back a smidgen more because he got a big old base. Should.
Looks like you broke contact with everybody.
I did. May I borrow your little tool?
Yeah,
I seem to have misplaced my.
yeah, my gauge tool, yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. 1 inch is.
It would
This
be,
one.
yeah, that one. Looks clear to me.
Hooray. Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
I had one. Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay, so I don't secure no man's land, overwhelming force. So I don't need to do an action anywhere. So
One thing to just make you aware as you're planning, the Stalker is a character. so it can heroically intervene. The one with the melee weapon and the gun. Just if it becomes relevant, he can also heroically duel.
You have 4 CP?
I do, yes.
Yeah. Not falling back there. Spent the C. Oh, Chris, I did spend that CP. Okay. These guys can all see him, so they can shoot there.
I'm going to step off camera real quick while you're doing that. I'm going to grab a snack.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Chris, am I muted?
no, but you don't need to be.
And we can fire into combat.
Those cookies are amazing, dude. I've been eating them all night.
Good. I'm glad you like them. They're my favorite. I'm going to leave them here.
Oh, thank you.
Yikes. Okay, we're gonna see what happens. Oh, I can't do it. I don't have any CP. Good talk. We'll start here, and we're gonna shoot into combat. Obviously, we'll start with the tank. 2 shots that matter. So I know it's -1. So hitting on 4s now. Oh no, he didn't move. So heavy. Back down to 3s. Rerolling everything. Double 6s. Too bad we don't have any explodes or anything.
Do it again.
Do it again. I know, although I think I wound you on 3s. Let me, because it's strength 14. Yep, strength 14. So 3s, not 2s, but rerolling. So a 3 and a 4. Cool. So that is 2 at AP 4.
5 up. Here we go. Negative.
That is D6 plus 6. So minimum 8.
He's done.
Does he go boom?
No.
No. Okay. Next,
That will score overwhelming force for 3 at least.
all I can get, I didn't go for the cheeky play to try to get the big 5. Didn't think it was doable. So the rest of my shooting, not a lot here. We're gonna put all of the storm bolters from these guys. Same defensive profile, right? So nothing special here. They're all within 12 here, so we're gonna put all of them into this guy over here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4 storm bolters. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They are hurt, so they had a +1 to hit. Exciting!
You want me to check the footage?
Nope. They actually have a +2 to hit currently.
I can check the footage.
No. 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 All right, give me 1 save.
Yes, sir. Am
No,
I on, Chris?
Yeah, you're good.
Cool. Shooting in everybody's ear. Save. AP
Love it.
0?
Yeah. Okay, I think that's all my shooting. So we're gonna go into charges. Less scary melee.
Yes, drastically. Unless you're by yourself, which you're not.
So can I string these guys? So I think I'm gonna have to be cheeky here. So we're gonna go for the big triple multi-charge.
I think you can take all 3 of those pieces.
I think I can too. So I don't have any rerolls, so I'm gonna have to be a little careful on how I do this. But so we're multi-charging with all 3.
Yeah, it's looking like 2 inches, 3 inches.
Yeah, all across. Distance might matter for like how many I can get where, but so
Roll high, baby.
I do get to reroll that.
Yeah!
We get the box cars.
My man.
So
So who do you want to go where?
we can go literally wherever
Correct.
we want.
I seriously think we've had a boxcar rolled in every game in 10 Days of 10 so far for a charge.
Nice.
It feels good. It matters a lot.
So this guy's gonna go here.
Sure.
This guy, I think I want.
And
So
just keep in
12.
mind, I do have enough to interrupt.
Right. So when they're all gonna, I'm gonna obviously activate them first. So I'm hoping to pick up everything.
Mm-hmm.
I know you'll still have. If I don't, one of them is swinging at me.
Sure.
Obviously. And he's the less scary melee. So yeah, okay. Perfect. So then he is going to go to base you here. This guy is going to go here. This guy is going to go here. Here. There.
Is the squad small
There.
enough that you don't need to be in coherency with 2 other models?
I think I'm good though, so that's why I did this.
Cool.
Because they're within 3 here.
Sure.
And then so when this guy comes to here,
Perfect.
it should be 3, 3, 3.
Love it.
And then I'm going to be cheeky and do that. So they're all based. Then when he piles in, we'll go like that.
Absolutely.
So then this one can swing either direction. I'm not sure.
Precisely.
Yeah. And then I think we're all good there. The other charge, because I think I need to go this way. 8 wounds. Gosh. He might live here. If he goes into here, you'll definitely kill him if I don't kill him. So he's going to come this way. Towards this one.
Sure. Charging.
Yep, charging. Cool,
Love
7. He's just going to touch. Actually, he's going to touch there, so then he can go this way.
Good choice.
Afterwards. That's all my charges. So obviously we're going to activate the big unit first.
Precisely.
I have no CP, no oath target already died. That was the safe oath target. I probably could have done something a little differently, but we are going to do these 2 Thunderhammers into this guy.
Sure.
Just need 1 to get through on 6. 1, 2, 3. Actually, wait, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys here. These 3 are going here. 1's going here. And then if I need to with a -1 damage, I think he has a
Precisely.
chance. If all we need 1 of these 3 to go through, it's AP2.
Love it.
I think there's a decent chance. Yep. And if I'm wrong, you'll have 1 guy on 2, and I'll be very sad.
Understood.
Okay, so we'll actually do there first, so then we can know if I'm going to cry or not. So the
Yes, sir.
1 Thunderhammer going in there. On 4s.
This is pretty big, chat.
And then on a 5.
We got lethal hits or anything? Ah, my man.
Devastating wounds.
Oh, then he's done.
Yep. Does he blow?
This is him?
Yep.
Negative.
That was very greedy, chat. I did have another guy to swing into him if it didn't work.
This
But
dude
that
has
was
been-
the least scary in melee, so that's why I did it that way. So
He's
now,
going to roll nothing but 6s for the whole rest of the
2.
game because he's been rolling bad this whole time.
It's bound to come around.
into the guy with 8 wounds left.
Yes, sir.
And then 5s.
No lethals?
Sorry, they're actually hitting on 3s. These are no lethals, but these are words are hard. Devastating wounds.
Yes, sir.
And I'm not below half strength, so no +1 to wound.
5s and
I have
6s?
+1 to hit though. Actually, I have +2 to hit, but
Negative.
that'll happen. Now we have 1, 2, 3 power fists, but the 1 guy gets an extra swing. Right? Because it's this guy, not him, and that guy. So that's that guy. Perfect. 2's everywhere, actually.
Kill it. Nice.
Cool.
All hit.
And now 5s.
6 is mortal?
No, because these are just power fists.
Copy. Oh,
Give me 1.
good. This is on the guy with 2 wounds left?
Nope. On 8.
Fail.
Okay, so he's down to 6. And then all I have left is the chain fist. So he's going to live.
Chain Fist can do 6 damage.
Yeah,
Believe.
theoretically, on 3s.
In the Emperor. Well, so far, so good. That was, in fact, 3 3s.
And so chat can see it. I need 3 more 3s because it's the anti-vehicle 3.
You got this. You just did it. Do it again. Oh!
But you still need, you could save it
I mean,
like that. And he's on alive on 2.
sad. You did it, though.
I did. All right, so now the 6 Thunderhammer swings into the other guy on 2. These are hitting on 3s. Because I have +1 to hit chat because I'm hurt.
Nailed it.
And 6s are mortals.
This 1/6 gets him.
Yeah, 1/6 kills him here. Got it.
Nice.
And so does he go boom? No.
No.
Still pretty impressive.
This guy here is just going to activate and go here,
Yep.
and go ahead and swing.
Absolutely. So we're hurt. We're hurt really bad. We've done the math with stratagem options. We haven't done the math without stratagem options. But I think that's still my best bet. Sweeping on them is not going to be ideal. So I'm just going to strike with my Slaughter Claw. This is the highest strength, and the AP doesn't matter because of your invul save. Because they all have a 4+ invul save,
Yes.
correct? Okay. So yeah, we're just going to do 6.
And you are -1 to hit.
I'm
Because,
-1 to hit because I'm hurt.
Yep.
Horribly, so we're going to hit on 3s. And that is going to be 1 miss. We're going to wound on 2s at strength 12.
That seems right.
And that is going to be 4 for you at AP 3.
4. Okay, we're going to take it on the banner that's not the character because I can.
Sure, absolutely. 4 up. Positive. We got 3 left. Good. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. My
Thanks, sir.
My man.
There it is, Riley. Mark the time.
Or consolidate with those
Yeah,
guys.
I was going to let you. Yeah, I wanted to. Yeah. So I will be a little cheeky. I think I can get 3 inches to here.
Yep, absolutely.
And then this guy will come up to
in.
here.
Yep.
And then this guy, I'm going to just put your 2 wounds back here. So let me make sure I don't cheat you here on 3. So he can get
He
to
can touch in, and then he can
right
go base to base.
here. And then we'll base just these 2. So unless you spend your CP to run straight backwards, I couldn't get around far enough with 3 inches because I was in base, so I couldn't move this.
Move over models when you fall back. You just have to take a desperate escape.
Right, that's what I was saying. So, but he won't have to take a desperate escape because I couldn't get a model behind him.
But he'll have to spend CP to move through the wall.
Right, exactly. But
Either way,
if I had a guy behind him, he'd have to take a desperate breakout. That was the, oh no, because does your thing let you move over models?
It
You
does.
spend the CP?
But
So you wouldn't have had to take a desperate breakout either way.
Excuse me. I feel like it's not when I fall back. I feel like it's just when I do.
Oh,
but
gotcha.
I'll
Well,
check.
so if you can't, you will have to fall back. Okay, so real quick, I did secure no man's land. I got the baby one for 2.
I think you can only get that if you have 1 unit left in your army, I thought.
At the end of turn, control 2 or more objective markers in no man's land for 5. Oh, I totally misread that. That's depressing. Okay, no worries. So then just overwhelming force. I don't think I'm going to secure no man's land.
Let me double check it.
No, you're right. I just read it. You're right. Then your turn. If you only control 1 objective markers, no man's land. This, but instead,
No. You scored.
2 not 5,
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then 3 not 5 for overwhelming force.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got it. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay, that was big. I still have an advantage, but you definitely took some of my pieces off the board, and you're set up in a good spot. Securing this and making me come after this tank again is definitely big, and you still have some reserves. So at the beginning of my turn, we're both going to go up to command point, or I go up to 5, you go up to...
Just 1.
What about your guy?
Only in my command phase I get 2.
Copy.
So
Understood.
otherwise it'd be super broken because I get an extra 10 command points throughout the whole game.
Understood.
The
And
5's
then
already a little rough.
I need to do battle shock for my man over here.
See what your secondaries are first.
Oh, sure.
Might matter.
Absolutely. So my first one is going to be behind enemy lines.
Definitely doable.
Sure. And then my second one is going to be area denial. Sweet.
Okay.
Okay,
Which
now
one's
we're going to do...
air denial is the middle of the board?
Correct.
So
I've got to
just
control
auto
the
get
middle.
the 5?
And yeah, you got to
Yeah.
not be in the middle. Battle shock on my boy here. He is going to be battle shocked. Which that's relevant now because now I can't get the easy behind enemy lines. I can get the 1. I could have got the big one, though.
Oh, you don't think he can make it?
I need him
Doesn't
to
he
be-
have 14-inch move?
I need him to be on the middle. He's only got 10.
Oh, fair.
So I would like to do behind enemy lines, but I need to be
You got 5 CP.
Yeah, you can
wholly
just-
within.
Yeah, just auto pass it.
Oh yeah, I guess. Can I do that after I fail?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
You're supposed to wait till you see if you fail.
Cool. Well, I know that was different because the command reroll I thought you had to do it before. Or no, it was Insane Bravery used to be before. So yeah, I'll go down to 3 because that'll be relevant to my plan now.
Well, it's only 1.
Yeah, it's only
And
1
then-
CP.
And then you spend your CP to move over them.
Oh shoot, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you get your big.
So command phase is done. Then we're gonna go to 3 for Knights of Shade.
Mhm.
I'm gonna select him and him
Sounds good.
to be able to move over intervening obstacles, etc. Did you get my primaries for this turn,
You're
Chris?
picking up 7.
He's getting 7s the whole, yeah.
Correct. Thank
Which
you
is
very much.
crushing.
I'm going to. I need to keep somebody on here, but I want to
Hold
fight
within
over
6.
here.
Yep.
So I don't. I think I'm just gonna let you have that, even though that feels really weird to me. We are going to move him his 14 inches this way, with Knights of Shade.
Yep.
Gonna come over like so. Trying to make my charge easier.
Unfailable. Yeah.
Not quite unfailable.
Yeah.
But
Maybe not Snake Eyes, but I think anything else.
He is not battle shocked, and he's gonna
Yep.
fall back his
And-
14 inches
And
this way.
are you doing? Oh yeah. Do you have to spend the CP to run through people?
Correct, and I
No,
did.
not a CP to
It's
move
towering. Oh, he's not towering.
He's not towering.
So it's not a CP to move through things. It's just a desperate escape.
Yeah. But he doesn't have to because of his thing.
Correct.
Right. So he spent the CP to do that. That's what I was asking if he was spending the CP.
Yes, it
Sorry.
says you can move through models and terrain features as if they were not there.
Yeah. No. We're good.
He's going to go his 14 this way. I don't have a charge and fallback stratagem, so he's just going to sit there and score me that secondary.
Right. So I'm gonna try this again because only on 2 wounds. So I'm going to Overwatch you.
So no matter how I do it, I couldn't block that anyway.
Yep.
So go for it.
With the tank.
Yep.
We got to get one to go through next because I get the rerolls here. So looking for a 6.
Yes, sir. You got this. This big gun.
Big gun first. Yep.
You got this. Next.
1 reroll.
Yes, sir.
Nope. Now the little guns.
Which is still a possibility.
Yep. D3.
This is
For
the rocket
2?
pod.
Yep. Because these are 2 damage.
Yep.
6s. 6s. Cool. The frag launchers 2d6.
God.
Good chat. And then the heavy stubber.
We got 1, 2.
Guess what? I have to roll 6s again though.
You're gonna do it.
I have to roll boxcars for it to matter. Good chat.
Well,
Anyways.
I still think that was the right move.
Oh, 100% because
Even though
it
it
stops
sucks.
you 3 victory points or
For
2
sure.
victory points, and it takes that piece off the board. So all of that was a
I get it.
yeah.
Okay, that's done. I'm gonna go ahead and advance. I'm gonna move. Oh man, because you're gonna get to me. You are gonna come to me. So let me start over here. He is just gonna toe up on here, so I can take it. Because what's their objective control right now?
So they're battle shocked. So the little guys are just 1 and the big guys 1.
Copy. Okay. I don't know if I want to engage that Terminator squad. I'd rather shoot him.
And currently they're OC3 each Terminator.
So we're just going to come around here 12, staying on this point, but getting within 6 inches of the boss. And I think that's going to be good. Like, I would love to just send my despoiler in there and just or my desecrator and just crump. But I've got that secondary that I need to control the middle, and I cannot get any of my other guys on it. So I'm not going to be engaging you with the big knight this turn. And that feels just super weird.
Yeah, but it's scoring you
Correct.
like 10 extra points. So
Correct. So we'll just start with a little shooting first. He can't shoot because he fell back. This guy can shoot. He's going to shoot his 6 shots at the Marines.
I have no CP, so just do your thing.
We got guys in cover. He's going to hit on 3s because he has not been hurt. And he's going to wound on 3s.
I do have a guy on 1 wound, just FYI in there.
Copy. That's going to be 3 at AP 0.
Loving it.
Ooh, big. That's not anything. This guy's going to shoot a long way away. We got 24 wounds is good. It's not going to be melter range, so it's not going to matter. I'll just start with my melting guns.
Yeah, no one's hurt, so that's probably not a bad decision.
So this is going to be hitting on 2s because he's a brigand. He is not the closest eligible target because I can see those guys. So I'm not going to get my +1 to wound.
You can't. So we were playing those completely closed, so I would say you actually will get your +1.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay.
Because I would say you couldn't shoot them currently.
Copy.
Because of how we were just saying, like, these are, like, completely closed on the
Understood.
sides.
I also think you'd be going through this piece of terrain to see them that's obscuring. So I don't know that you could draw a line of sight from your base without going through this square piece of terrain here.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah,
Well,
so you do get your +1 in my opinion.
that is to my advantage. Thank you, gentlemen. So I'm going to go ahead and roll here.
Yep.
He's going to hit on 2s, re-rolling 1s from the Taskmaster aura. Re-roll
We'll
that
need it.
1. Into
Good
a
job.
6, doesn't do anything. On the hits, we're going to wound on 2s at strength 12.
Yep.
And that's going to be 2 invul saves for him.
Okay. We're gonna do on the banner that's not the character.
Correct. Same as before. 4 up. He cannot be stopped. He cannot be stopped.
What a Chad.
I could not agree more. We're going to do
He's
the
more of
top
a
guns.
Brian, but he can be Chad.
But he's definitely not Steven.
Not a Steven. God, no.
Steven is already declared.
Is the one guy over there with his stupid fucking mace. Like, yeah, I'm just going to hang out.
That is going to be, are they T5?
They are T5.
So it's going to be 2 wounds AP 0.
Show me 2s. Thanks. Thanks, friends.
12. Hitting on 2s with my Gatling cannon. Rerolling 1 from the Taskmaster aura.
Big guy.
That's what I was supposed to do this whole game, but it just didn't work out like that. And then we were going to be wounding on 3s at strength 6.
Yep, wound on 3s.
And I will get that extra AP, which will get this to AP 2 because he's the closest target.
Okay. So back to AP 1 because some of the guys are in cover.
Correct.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6, so 3 ups.
Yes, sir.
I guess technically I'll only roll 3 because technically that could kill the guy.
Sure.
We tried to.
Okay, we got 2. Feel the pain?
Feel no pains. Yes, I completely forgot to be doing that. Okay, so
He took 2 regardless.
took 2 regardless so far, and then let me see if this kills him. He's good. So 3, perfect. 3, feel no pains, and these are 6 ups because we're not battle shocked.
Sure.
No, it does kill him.
So I got 1 guy down, and then I got my blast weapon on the top. Or no, sorry. Did I do you any damage with my Diabolus Heavy Stubber?
No.
Okay, cool. It was actually the rocket launcher, but the profile is similar, so I'm just going to call it good. I could miss my Diabolus Heavy Stubber just like I could miss that. We'll go over here, and we are going to shoot my Avenger Gatling Cannon at the closest squad, and I'm going to shoot my Melted Gun over here.
It's a single guy. Yep, makes sense.
Single guy. So we'll do the...
Which one are we doing first?
We'll do the Melted Gun first.
Cool.
Hitting on 2s.
Yep.
It's going to be 2 hits.
Wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s. 2. AP big.
4s. Loves it.
Oh, my man.
Steven.
My man. Steven is like, you ain't killing me that easy. This is the heavy. It's going to be 1 shot only. Hitting on a 2, it misses, and then Gatling Cannon.
Yep. Although you're holding me to 0 in primary, so that's going to be huge.
10, 11, 12. These are hitting on 2s, not with the reroll. The boss is far away.
No, I won't.
After he charges.
Yeah. This is going to wound on 3s, AP 2. These guys are out in the open.
Oh, completely out in the open.
So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 AP 2 on those infiltrators.
5s, 6 of Feel No Pains.
Copy. Get those out of there.
6s.
You got this. Does it get better when they're battle shocked?
No.
Okay.
So guy and a half.
Sure.
Guy.
And a half.
Half. So there is 1.5 guys left.
Understood. And then we just have him left. We cannot see anybody except these guys. So I'm just going to shoot the desecrator laser cannon first.
Yep. Don't have any CP, so.
Hitting on 2s.
Yep.
1 hit, and then wounding on 2s. 2 wounds, not devastating because they're not vehicles. So 4 up invul saves.
I will do it on. We killed everybody that mattered. Yep. So Thunderhammer, guys, has to be.
Absolutely.
For both of these. So I need 4s.
You got this.
That's where I don't get them. Lots of damage, right?
Sad. It's 3 plus a d6, so it's 4 minimum.
Okay.
You got
if you roll me 1s, okay.
So yeah, take
So
that. That's
4.
4 on the first one.
But this will be a 6 of Feel No Pain.
Yep.
I need 1 6. I got it. All right.
Yeah.
And then I won't worry about that one.
Yeah,
Yep,
we got
cool. So it does only Rex 1 guy.
Thunderhammer man down, and then we got some little shots going at him. Hitting on 2s.
Mm-hmm.
And then wounding on 5s.
Yes.
For T6. Hey,
Still
wow.
good, though.
4. Oh my
How many?
gosh. 4 at AP 0.
Nice. 4 2s. Still failed 1. Failed 2.
Oh my gosh.
Because that's how that works. And
feel the
6s.
pain.
I got 1.
Oh!
I got 2. Okay. Well, so the stubborn thought it hurt me, and then it was like, actually, no, that wasn't.
I didn't
wasn't me.
feel anything. It's starting to charge. It
Yeah.
is the charge phase. This
The
guy's
only one
going to
that
charge.
matters. Yeah.
The same
Don't
thing
roll
we did
snake
last
eyes.
time.
Hey, good chat.
We didn't.
We know where he's going.
Here. Same deal again. We're going to
Yep.
try to kill this tank
Sounds good.
because the tank is very threatening
I
to me.
can't do anything about it.
This guy is not bracketed, so he's going to hit on 2s with the slaughter claw.
Mm-hmm.
He will hit 5 of the 6 times. Strength 12. We're going to wound on 3s.
And I don't have the extra or the minus AP this time, so
Correct.
I'll probably kill him.
That is going to be 4 of them at your 6
Sixes.
plus save. Spike it again.
I got.
Oh, that's big. That's big.
No, because it's 8.
That's
You should
big.
get it here.
2d6 plus 4.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
got
you
it. But it's
Ah.
cool anyway. Blow it up.
No. So, bye tank. And then I guess I'll swing back real quick because it
Yes, sir.
might matter with Azrael because we got some devastating wounds. He has, I believe, 6 swings.
Now, because they're battle shocked, they will have -1 to hit my Chaos Knight.
Nice. That is helpful for you. Yeah, 6. So 3s, not 2s.
Yes, sir.
Sustained hits.
Yep, that looks good.
Look at me.
T10.
Yep. We're really just looking for 6s because these are devastating.
got it.
But I am strength 6, so 5s.
5s or 6s.
Actually, they all go through because they AP4. So all this is devastating really for you. So just
That is
1, so 2
1.
damage.
It's going to put him down to 10.
And then the 5 swings from the big guy. I'm hitting you on 4s.
Correct.
And then a 6. Nope. And then there's only 2 guys. There's 2 guys left. So 4s. 6s explode. So hooray.
Looks
But
good to me.
6s again
6s.
and no AP on these. So 2 no APs.
Negative.
1 damage each.
When the boys with their headbutts do as much as the boss with his big old
with his
sword.
big old sword.
That
That was a good turn
it.
for you.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That was it for me. Area denial is going to score
Yep, for the big 5.
for 5, and I did manage to get 2 guys to behind enemy lines as well
the big
to another
5.
maximum of 5.
You're crushing it.
And then it's you, my man. Battle
All right,
round 4.
So I'm going to draw these real quick just to see what I get. We've got Assassinate and Extend Battle Lines. At the end of your turn, control 1 or more objective markers in your own deployment zone and control 1 or more objective markers in no man's land. So if I can take this back, I can get that one for the big 5. But Assassinate, which guys are still characters?
You have killed all my easy characters.
Oh.
This is my only character at this
Okay.
point. Because it was the melee gun guys.
He's not. Oh, right. Were you the baby characters?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I only have 2 CP, so I do go up to 2 CP because Azrael's still on the board.
Can you kill him with the Terminator squad and score that?
Not at full wounds. If they were a full squad, and I had some CP to make them stronger, like
Okay.
where I could, and I think that's the safer play.
Okay. Absolutely. Do we have any water handy?
So if I had more CP right now, I would probably drop Assassinate.
Sure.
But so that's the play. So start of the turn, we're gonna
Thank you so much.
grow this human back.
That's so cool. Disgusting.
And now we're going to do battle shocks, though. I do have 2 CP, so we'll see if we start failing any. We'll
And
start back here.
are they full?
Everyone's minus 1. No,
Okay.
no. Everyone's -1.
Sure.
So looking for a 7. 6, no, so they're still battle shocked.
Okay.
We'll do it over here.
Probably also 7.
Yes, everyone's a 7, so they're good.
They're good. Nice.
The single guy,
My boy Steve. Steve
loving
is
it.
unafraid.
The green guys,
Nice.
loving it. So they are not battle. But I have 1 battle shock, which is literally perfect because that makes things stronger when I go to do it. And now I need to figure out my Oath of Moment target. Yeah, like, how many wounds does he have left right now?
He has 24 wounds.
He has been. If I only have 5 inches of movement, so I get here, the charge is doable. I would say it's probably going to be about a 6. So, and I can reroll charges for free, so it is doable to get most of them there. But best case scenario, I'm lethal hits on 5s. I'm rerolling everything. So we've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and I could grow him over here if I'm going to do that.
Correct.
So 15 Thunderhammer shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 times 3 is 15. 15 hitting on 3s. 5s and 6s are lethal hits. I still probably only get 8 to 10, right? Actually through with your saves, is
Sure.
my guess, because you're 5 up saves. So 8 to 10 there. Damage. Because right, I only think 15. You're gonna save a few of them. I'm gonna drop a few. I mean, I guess that's the cheeky play, right? To go for the win.
It's not guaranteed. You're right. You could go safer over there.
What's his OC?
His OC is 10.
So
you could take it just with bodies.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. So yeah, we'll grow this guy back over here to make this charge doable. We're doing it. Oh, the moment.
F that guy. Because you got your Inceptors.
No, that's to kill this guy back here. Yeah,
so
yeah.
That was
the plan.
here. Okay.
The Inceptor's coming. Okay, so Oath of Moment. We did the battle shocks everywhere. We're happy, chat.
It's gonna be big.
That's depressing, but can't do anything about it. They need to. See, killing him is a little interesting. I think I need to fall back there.
To not get the -1 to hit?
To not get the -1 to hit with the Inceptors, and then I can charge with them, because I'll spend the 1 CP here to fall back and charge.
They can't be stratagems because they're battle shocked.
Meaningful.
Is it 1 CP or 2?
To auto pass?
Mm-hmm.
1.
But I have to say that right after I take it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's okay. We'll come down.
His melee would. Oh no, he'd fight first. My guy would fight first.
That's okay. I can shoot into combat. His gun is a little scary, and they're going to come down. We're going to have to try it. All right, so all these guys in my turn
Choking up the point.
are going to land on the point 3 inches
Yes, sir.
away, just to try to like take that back from me a little bit here.
They're OC 2.
They're OC 1 or 2, but even if they're 2, it's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Because
I guess I do take it.
battle shocked.
They're still
right.
1.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if they are 2, I would take it back from you right now.
I probably do. They're big. Oh wow! Did you do that Xenophal looking stuff on there?
They're gonna get. I'm actually gonna repaint the guns, and then I'm gonna read it. So they're gonna be black, or they're gonna be red casing, some silver, and then I'll do the white, and they'll be blue. So when they're done, but I wanted to test out the airbrush on one of those. So this actually matters if these guys are 2 or not. We're gonna find out right here. They're only OC 1, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because they're battle shocked. So I have to kill him to take it back.
It's not gonna matter because he's gonna be dead.
We're gonna try. All right, so they all came down. I'm gonna hold on to her in reserve because she doesn't do anything to you.
Okay.
He does have a fight first, but I have to make a 9-inch charge. If I get behind enemy lines next turn, I would love to have her back there just to easily drop in a corner.
No, I see the value of that.
Yeah, so we're gonna come over here. 5 puts him here.
I'm so pumped for this, Dan.
I'm trying to be optimistic.
I think you can do it. Lethal hits on a 5 is big. Rerolling charges for free is big.
But some of them are kind of far away. So without rolling a good charge, it's going to be interesting if I can get all of them there, right? Because this back guy is like 10 inches away.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but it's only got to get base to base.
Right, and I get the extra 3 inches. So so minimum almost 7 on a charge. 6 on a charge because the base is at least an inch thick. He's going there. This guy, do I try to come deal with you? I mean, I guess I come over here and do like a yeet charge.
I mean, if he can catch him, he could probably kill him.
Sure. He's going there.
Vengeance of Steve. This is going to be the battle of Steve.
He will be remembered in the annals.
Okay.
Imperial history.
Some little servitors on the battlefield, like, write that down, write that down.
Quick.
So I'm going to spend 1 CP.
Sure.
And, sorry, 5s and 6s are going to auto wound here.
Love it. And that
And then-
factors into what you're going to need later as well.
He can do it for 0.
Copy.
Once, so, because I'm going to do it that later. So, and I still have 1 for something that I'm forgetting, I'm sure, right now.
That's fine.
So,
You're declaring him as a target. I'm going to spend 2 to rotate ion shields.
Yep. 4, 6. And that's what we're going to do.
Do they have devastating wounds?
No.
Okay, then yes, I am going to rotate.
Yeah, no, smart. It's smart. Because they would definitely put you on your invuln.
Yeah.
And they're damage 3. So this is good.
You are overcharging?
I am overcharging
Love
100%. Need to because for damage 3. If they were OC2, I actually probably would have shot this way and then just said the point's mine and I don't care.
Sure.
But anyways, so we are hitting on 3s.
Yes, sir.
And 5s and 6s auto wound.
See, 1, 5, and a 6. All hits though.
All hits. And now I am re-rolling wounds because that's just their twin linked. That's
Correct.
their special thing. And I'm wounding on 5s.
Yes, sir.
Not good.
Pick them up. Nice.
Decent conversion.
4 total.
So give me 4 saves.
This is going to be on 4-ups because I rotated. So like Diabolic Bulwark or something silly. 1 is going to get through for 3.
That's huge because if you hadn't, I would have killed him. That would have been 9 damage.
For sure. Puts him down to 5.
Put him down to 5. Now, Azrael has 3 because rapid fire 1, but it starts with 2.
-1.
Minus
for
1, so
shock.
3s. And 6s
Love it.
explode. They
Love
all
it.
hit. Now, he does. His gun is something weird.
You said it was exciting. I'm pumped.
It's anti-imagery 4 and devastating wounds.
Oh, there you go. For sure.
But anti-imagery doesn't matter. The problem is it's strength 8, so I'm wounding on 5s. No rerolls here. These are damage 2.
Love it.
And
they're
AP
devastating.
3. And they're devastating, so 6s would be huge.
Spike it. I see 1.
So that is 1 save. So it takes 2 no matter what, right? And
Yep.
then 1 save.
1 on a 4-up from my Iron Shields, which will pass.
Got
and
it.
Down to 3.
And then the other guys didn't move, so they're going to be hitting on would-be 2s, but back to 3s.
Yes, sir.
So it's going to be 4 6 shots. 6s explode.
I see 2.
So boom for the 2 that missed, and then boom for the explode. Seems
Love it.
good. But only strength 4, so 6s.
These guns have AP now, right?
No.
Oh, they do not. The bolt rifle.
I don't. No.
Negative. All right.
Negative.
3-up.
Yep. 1 3-up. Only 1 damage though.
2 wounds left.
Got all your guys on 2. That's pretty funny. That is all the shooting though, so I can't do anything about that. I don't think it's worth shooting bolters into your big guy. That seems kind of just ridiculous.
Sure.
So I'm
Do you
not
have any
gonna roll
missiles?
the- No, missile guys died.
What about the captain? Does he have different weapons?
Nope. He has a better power fist, but he still has a storm bolter.
Understood.
Okay, so charge a clock.
It is charge clock.
Real quick, Overwatch?
You know, like, I don't know. I don't have a lot of command points. I only have 1 command point left.
And it's only a 3-shot gun.
It's
Oh, fair. Yep.
If it was like the big flame or the big melta that's just like the D6 plus 3, I think it would be worth it. I'm not trying to talk you out of it, but
I could have done it in the movement phase, and nah,
You're right. You're right.
go for it. Now, there was one of these guys.
exactly.
Would be better.
I mean, that's why I would do it with the tank, right? There's so many shots there, you're going to get a few 6s, although I clearly couldn't even put 2 damage on you.
Remember that one time you overwatched with your hammerhead gunship, Chris?
What? And I exploded with a 6 and got 2 hits?
Our very first game ever.
Yeah, that was at the KC Summer Slaughter right there. Yeah.
It was my Lord Discordant that charged your tank. You rolled a 6, and then I rolled a 6, and it was crazy.
If it makes you feel any better, Riley decided to double explode into my Lich Guard, not Lich Guard, Scorpec Destroyers and killed all 6 with 1 hammerhead shot.
Devastating wounds, bro. It's just freaking crazy. All right, make this big
And charge matters.
Free reroll.
Doesn't
Here we
matter.
go.
I'm going to reroll that.
Reroll for sure. You got this. Dude.
Different dice
Different dice.
for different numbers.
No.
I get there as a 4, but they're not all going to get there.
Yikes.
Oh, that's big.
That's huge. But this is what we were saying. So like even with
Yeah, you only have to get to within engagement range. So like if that guy in the middle can get within an inch.
Oh, that was big.
and the guys that gives them +1 to charge too, which is really depressing. I just thought of that.
What's that?
The guy with the weird halberd gives them
Oh, the guy
a
you
+1.
dropped.
One of the guys I dropped gives them a +1 to charge. Okay, so we're gonna do this too.
What did we say that is?
9 or a 10.
9,
It's
sure.
something
Real big.
ridiculous.
It's an 8.
It's not 8. Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, no worries. Had to try it. They can't charge.
Sure.
All right, so then let's do some pylons over here. Come watch me and make sure I don't screw this up at all.
I'm here.
So I think this guy can go straight in,
For sure. And now we just got to touch him.
right? And then so to make room, I'm going to have him come around
Yep.
like that.
Good.
That seem okay?
Yes, sir.
Then this guy's going to go 3 here,
That's good.
3 to here. I don't think he's touching though.
Yeah, I don't think he is either.
And I don't think this guy might be able to touch. No, he can't touch either. So he's there, and he's there.
We're only off 2 Thunderhammers.
So it's these 3 and these 2. I don't think he could touch anywhere. Would you agree? So the back 3 can't swing.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that seems right. Okay, so
That sucks.
nah, I mean when you roll a 4 on a charge
And when you re-roll into the 4.
into the 4, can't help it. I mean that does look like though with 1 extra inch I would have gotten all of them.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. Absolutely.
Needed a 5. I thought I needed more like a 6 to get all of them in there, but that 3-inch pile in, especially with some of the bigger bases. But anywho,
You hate to see it, everybody.
I don't actually think I can do enough damage even if everything went through right now.
But we're gonna
because
try.
3 guys are out. No, just like total damage is not there anymore to do the 24. So this is going to hurt a little bit. We're going to do the chain fist first. Hitting on 2 3s, re-rolling everything.
Do you want 5s to auto wound?
Yeah. Do
Yes.
we have a command point for that?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
do I
yeah,
need
yeah.
it
No,
for
I'm
free?
doing it for free.
Correct.
With the thing. So I have 1 command point, but I'm doing it for free. So 2 hits.
Was that 1 of 5?
No, this was a 1.
Okay.
So re-rolling to hit. Re-rolling to hit. Cool, so they all hit.
Yep.
Now I'm wounding you on 3s with these. That's why I didn't re-roll it, because
Sure.
it's the chain fist.
Oh, yes. Anti-vehicle.
Anti-vehicle 3.
We got 2 mortals.
And 6s don't matter, nope. Still miss with the 2 though, because I'm nice for you. So give me 2 AP2s.
AP2 is going to be my 5 up.
Mm-hmm.
Negative.
2 damage each.
So we're down to 20. So far, so good.
Four and 5. Hitting on 2s. This is the captain's power fist. 5 and 6s auto. None of them. I will be re-rolling this because I only wound you on 5s.
So you're doing oaths. And you're
yes.
fishing for it. Okay, this is
Fishing
still
for
a hit
5s
roll.
and 6s. Yep.
We got
None again. Or I got 1.
got one,
Sorry.
okay.
So 1 auto, and now these will be 5s to wound you.
Sure, with a reroll. 2.
So
And
give me
3
3 saves.
total.
AP2s.
5 ups. Pass
Nice.
2, got 1.
Just 2
We're down
damage.
to 18.
And then I only have 3 Thunderhammers. 1, 2, 3. These are hitting on 3s. Can I get +1 to hit?
Yes, sir.
If they were below half, which they're not, I'd also get +1 to wound, which would be huge. But 5 and 6s explode. Or 5 and 6s auto wound.
Yep. They explode into wounds. That was good. You fishing for it?
And no, so these all hit. I will re-roll this because the 6 mortals
Yeah, we want that.
on the thing. So they all hit. Cool.
Good.
And then now 5s and 6s re-rolling everything.
Correct.
And 6s are mortals. So these 2.
You want to keep the 5s? Okay.
Yep. And then we're looking for 6s here, or 5 6s.
Get this. Hey, nice. Whoa!
Okay.
Big.
So 4 mortal
So we're
wounds.
down to 14.
And then give me 2, 4, 6, 7 saves.
That's exactly how many you need to fail.
Yeah,
5 ups.
he's gonna roll 5s.
I rolled not.
He rolled 1.
Oh, he's at a 2. My man. That was big. I will take 2, 4, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10
So close.
left. I believed in you 100%.
That's a
dog.
10-point swing.
I believe 100%.
10-point swing.
All right, here we go. You
And-
got any more? Is it it?
No, that's it. Because the other 3 guys are out. Literally one more guy swings, and I get there.
I foresaw that in my brain. It's like he's gonna do it. That was
But
amazing.
stats-wise, I needed all 3 of them there because you should have made a couple of those, right? If the other 3 guys are there, I get you every time. Because it's 9 more swings.
I can't roll good all the time. Like that. That was my time.
Oh yeah, no. But like if I would have rolled a 5 on the charge with 9 extra swings, I put 1 more through, or a few more through, even if you don't spike like that. I'm guessing you're going here first.
Yeah, we're gonna do my chain talon.
Yep. I do have a CP. What's the profile?
Chain talon is strength 10, AP -3, 3 damage.
Oh god, nope. Do your thing. I do have a 4 pin bone on these guys.
Sure. So we are going to be
No, I guess it doesn't matter still.
hitting on 3s because I'm hurt.
Mhm. Cool.
Drop those, and then I'm going to
Strength
be
12, wounding on 2s.
wounding on 2s. It's strength 10, but
Yeah.
same.
All 2s. Look at you go. Nailed it.
Yahtzee.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll 3 because there's 3 guys.
Sure, 4 ups.
4 pin bones. Cool. And then the last one. Okay, so kills a guy in 1 wound.
Feeling pain?
No, they don't have one.
Okay. That was big though.
That is big because
That's big.
The Azrael blade might be able to pick him up.
Yeah, for sure. That was big.
So back to me, and then we'll do that real quick. So we'll do Azrael's blade. Sorry, Chad. I think it's 6, but
We're taking it slow. We got to get it right.
It is 6.
Very crucial moment.
Azrael's going to get -1 to hit from being battle shocked.
Right. 3 6s explode.
Correct.
And devastating wounds.
Yes, sir.
So drops the 2, but leave the other 2 in for the 6.
Yep.
Seems
Looks
good.
good to me.
Okay.
T10.
6, so 5s.
Heck yeah.
And 6s are mortals.
So we just
I need
one
1
six.
6 here.
You got this.
5 goes straight through.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah, you got it.
Yep, so I got him.
Devastating? Or, excuse me,
Explosive?
deadly demise?
We need
Oh, it
one
was a
blow up.
6.
We need 1 blow up. You know what? It's going to be this guy next turn.
Heck yeah.
Oh god.
I want that.
And then you're going to do, because it's is it 2d6 mortals or is it just d6 mortals?
Oh, I don't know. I have to look.
On the big guy. I hope it's 2d6, and I hope you roll the big 12 and it wipes out the entire Terminator squad.
Just D6.
Just d6. Well, okay, so I hope you roll the 6 and it picks up 2 guys. Because let's see how many pick up now. I'm
So
guessing
we've
he's
got-
bracketed, though.
He is most certainly bracketed. You
And
don't have any command points.
I have 1 command point.
Oh, you do have 1 command
So I could
point.
do -1 damage or -1 AP.
My only option is that Big Claw, and it's going to be the AP. It's
But
that
there's
guy.
two options, though, right? Yeah. So that actually matters because if you're doing, I'll just tell you. If you do the top one, I'm gonna do.
I'm striking.
You are doing the top for only 4 swings.
Correct.
Okay. So then I'm not gonna do anything because AP 2 still puts me on my 4 up in.
Correct.
Yeah. So saving my CP, Chris.
So I would hit on 3s. I'm hitting on 4s instead. So 4s to hit. Here we go. That was a great hit roll, and then we are going to
Slightly
wound
above
on
average. You'll
2s
choose for sure.
At strength 20.
Yeah. You're wounding on 0s.
There is going to be 4 invul saves for you. Damage
3, right?
Or yes, sorry, 3.
3 invul saves. Okay.
3 invul saves, 4 up invul saves.
Yep. So
Pick who you want.
yep, it's going to be on all Thunder Hammers, so I'm
Sure.
throwing them all at the same time because I have
Absolutely.
more than one. And I can't re-roll these anyways. So damage.
8.
Oh, 8 flat. I'm not worried about it. If they were battle shocked, I 100% would because I have a 4 up feel no pain there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, but this guy's just gonna get toasted. We'll leave him here because he's gonna grow back on my turn. Oh, I'll leave him over here. Yeah. Okay. That's I think that's that. Unfortunately, Chris, because I couldn't kill anything, I went for the big play. I get nothing, but I'm gonna hold on to both of them.
What's the Desecrator's OC?
10.
And then you are OC.
4, 6, 8. I don't hold my. Oh, I do hold my home one now, I guess.
Yeah.
So extend battle lines.
That was 45.
Don't I have to hold 2?
No, that's your home.
Yeah, you got that one and you got that one.
Okay.
You're good, dog.
Not assassinate though. But I will hold on to that because he's on 2 wounds, and that'll be a pretty easy 5 next turn. So I do just get the 5. You're gonna get the big 7 again on your primary though.
Yes.
And the only thing I have left in Deep Strike is my girl.
Copy.
And not scary to you at all.
at the beginning of the turn, I'm going to go up to 2.
And I am as well. Just so I do have to interrupt.
Got to do my battle shock on him. So battle shock on a 7. He is not
Loving
battle
it.
shocked. Battle shock on my big knight. His leadership is 6. He is not battle shocked.
No one's
either.
battle shocked, and no one else is hurt, so you're good. Just a reminder so we don't forget that.
Sure. And yeah, I think what we're going to do, I'm going to stay engaged because I can just shoot into
100%.
engagement with those guys.
At a -1 though, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but he's already at a -1, so it doesn't matter.
So we got
And when
bring
we
it
get-
down, which is going to be a negative, and then we've got deploy teleport homers. It has to be within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield.
No, here, because you can do it. I think you can do it in my deployment zone for the bigger one. Yeah, deployment zone.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So do you blow the 2C? What's his secondaries at right now, Chris?
You are currently at 34 secondary points.
9. So I don't know if it's worth it.
Yeah, I want my command points. I'll just keep it and
Yeah.
cash it in at the end because bring it down is going to score me effectively nothing.
Yeah, because you killed my only vehicle already.
Correct. So it is time to go. We're going to deploy teleport homers. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pay 1 for Knights of Shade. So I can move this guy up through this obscuring stuff.
Yeah,
here.
which second one do you want to do it to as well?
Oh, yeah.
You don't have, I mean, obviously you don't have to, but
I think I want him to do it, and I think I want to go that way.
Okay.
So we'll go ahead and go 12, and that'll give me some options for. I want to be precise.
yeah, no, you're fine.
So that will be within for that.
Yeah.
That's good. This guy's going to go 12.
I got you. I'll help you out here.
Thank you.
So he's right there.
That, because I want to be within range of my
Do you have
deal.
more? You have more if you want it.
I think I actually want to stay back. Oh, actually, no, because when you kill that, that will actually make it harder for you to get to my back point if you want to go that way. He doesn't have Knights of Shade, so he's just going to go over here. Like that. Staying on the point.
Yep. I'm in OC4. Doesn't matter, obviously, to you.
Copy.
Just
And then the only guys that are battle shocked right now are these guys.
correct.
So I'm actually going to do the smart thing that I don't normally do, and I'm actually going to send him back over here. Oops, sorry, you're fine. And get him some light cover. And then I will perform,
Teleport Homer's back here with him.
I will start doing teleport homers with him. And then we're going to proceed to the shooting phase.
So I have to do this because
Yeah,
it's my only chance at stopping you.
for sure.
You'll get your cover, but I have to overwatch you with one of my CP because
Absolutely.
he's only on 2 wounds, so I only need 1 to go through.
Absolutely.
Risky play, but it hurts you on your secondaries.
And you don't need to overcharge, do you?
No.
Yep.
8 to 7, no, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it
I'm
does
not
not matter.
overcharging.
8 to 9.
Oh, 8 to 9, yeah.
Even still.
Yeah. And the AP won't matter because you're going to be on your 5 up either way.
Correct.
And damage 2, so I just need 1 to go through. Yep, so not overcharging.
We got one.
We got 1. And what's nice about this, though, is they're twin links, so I do get to re-roll this.
Yes, sir.
But I'm looking for a 5.
Yes, sir. You got it.
Nope.
Damn.
You hate to see it.
Hey, that's 3 different Overwatches, though, that I couldn't get a wound to go through.
You're just playing so good, though. It just
Hey,
sucks.
but that's just what happens sometimes.
Okay, moving on. Shooting phase.
Yep.
He's doing the action. We need to shoot with this.
Mm-hmm.
They have T6, correct? So I think I'm just going to put everything into them because I can get the
That
perk.
makes sense.
Oh, because the perk's not going to matter because of your invul save. That's funny. I'm still going to do it.
Yeah.
Or will it? No, because you're going to get cover regardless. Because this goes up infinitely. So can you check line of sight? I don't even
You
know if I
can see them.
I can?
Yep.
Okay.
I looked earlier. From this edge of your base, you can see here. So I'll get cover, but you can definitely see them.
Understood.
I moved. After I killed you, I consolidated onto the point. If I would have left them where they were, you wouldn't have been able to.
Copy.
But I wanted to have more OC on the point.
Precisely.
Yeah. So you definitely can see them.
So my ability is going to give me -1 AP, and because you're battle shocked, I'm going to get +1 to wound. So my blast weapon on the top is going to give
Big
me
6.
6. This is going to hit on 2s because he's a brigand. Do you give me modifiers for that?
Nope, and I'm not spending any CP, so you're good.
Copy. And then this is strength 5, so it would normally
Wound on 3s, but now +1 to wounds, so you're wounded on 2s.
Yes, sir. And that's going to be
2.
1. AP 1.
But no AP because I'm in cover.
Correct.
But the 6, so
Yes, sir.
we're loving life there.
I want to try to save the melty gun
should
for
do
the
it.
character.
Oh, so do you think you're going to put 4 wounds through?
I think it's possible.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
That makes sense, though.
11, 12. Here we go. These are hitting on 2s, no rerolls.
Mm-hmm.
Pick up these 1s, and then this is strength 6. It would wound
on 2s.
3s, but it's going to go down to 2s.
Yeah, that's fair. I actually like this play.
And that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at AP 2. That's
to
going to
AP
be your
AP
invul or
1.
armor.
So wait, 4 up save. Yep.
Yep.
4s. Oh yeah. Boom. Boom.
So
And 1 on the character.
2.5. Oh no! It is 1 on the character.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So I'm gonna keep track of 1 because we'll see. If you get one of these through, it's gonna kill him. So I think he only has 5.
He's got that invul. Melty gun hitting on 2s. That's 2 hits, wounding on 2s. That's going to
He has 6
be negative. Negative. That's it. And then.
But he's not leading a unit anymore, so he loses some of his bonuses.
Yeah, that is true. We're going to do this over here. We're going to shoot my Gatling cannon and my Top Gun to try to finish these guys off, and I'm going to shoot my Melty gun over here. I'll do the Melty gun first.
Can you shoot into combat?
I can because you're engaged with the vehicle. Or can I not?
So I know you can shoot a vehicle in combat, but I don't think you can shoot infantry that are in combat.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Then
I think it's vehicle or monster.
The rule's called Big
Sure.
Yeah. So it's, I believe the three things are vehicles themselves can shoot in and out of combat.
Sure. You
A
can shoot
vehicle, you can
in
shoot
and
a
out of combat.
vehicle or monster in combat, but I
Sure.
believe you can't shoot infantry that are in combat, correct?
I'm checking.
Yeah, so see. But we'll see. So shoot the guns over here, and then I'll let you
Copy.
reevaluate your Melta if we're wrong.
Absolutely. That's going to be 6 on the heavy.
Great.
So hitting on 2s because it's a brigand.
Yep, and it's closest eligible too. I don't know if that matters on this
It's
guy.
going to give him an AP
Okay.
for this guy. It's going to wound on
And
3s.
I don't have cover because you can see
They're
this.
not battle shock, correct?
No, not battle shocks.
So that's going to be 2 at AP 1
Okay, so 4 ups and then 6 ups.
and 6 up feeling the pain.
Yep.
Nice. Gatling cannon. 1,
Gallon
2,
cannon,
3,
and there's
4,
only
5,
you need to
6,
get 3 wounds through to
10.
kill them.
11, 12. Hitting on 2s.
You have it correct.
Okay.
So
Yep.
we're
So what I was saying was right. So you can
Correct.
reallocate your melta gun.
we'll put the melting gun in him as well if there's
Okay.
anything left.
Yeah, I doubt it.
And then we are going to wound these on 3s. And that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at AP 2.
So 5s and then 6s.
Yes, sir.
So 3 fails and now
And
6s.
6s.
I need to make 1. We did it. Guys on
Nice.
1 wound. So
Melta
now
gun?
the melta. Yep, 2s and 2s,
2 hits.
and I don't get a save.
1 wound. It's going to be AP 5.
Yeah, so no save. But and melta range, so we're good.
Yeah, it'll be 7 on him.
Yeah, just the 2 alone. Oh, is it melta 4?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, you have feel the pain, but I
Right,
figured
that's yeah. No,
If
I
it was a
thought it was
small
melta
amount-
2. But yeah, no, you're good.
we're going to start here. We're going to shoot into my own melee. I can't get any more than a penalty of
-1, yeah.
Anyway, so we are going to hit on 3s, which is going to be 2 hits, and then wounding on 2s. 1.
Thunderhammer. Can't re-roll it. Lots and lots of damage.
It's
Damage 8. Yeah.
Done. And yeah, I think that
Are you charging?
is it. I'm not because I don't have any melee guys left except for him. You
And he's
killed.
doing the thing.
I sent all my melee guys in
No, it makes
to
sense.
trade,
So
so it's all range.
I'll get to swing first here.
That is correct.
Do you want me to roll all of that, or do you think I'll get at least 1 through? Because he's still oathed.
Just
Do you want me to roll? I'm happy to.
do whichever one you think is going to kill him, like the mortal wounds guys or whoever,
Okay. So
or
it
the
is-
captain. Let it be cool.
You want you want me to do it with apothecary with his chain fist?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So apothecary with the chain fist, hit on 3s,
Heck yeah. Oath.
and then are they? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's below half strength, and they're 12. You're so lucky. There'd be +1 to wound here too. So they all hit.
They'll hit, and then 3s.
Oath. Give me 3 saves.
Nice. 5 up.
2s.
You got him.
Got him. All right, now the D6 damage if he rolls the 6 here.
Negative. That would have been cool though.
Now, because I did not charge, I don't get to move the 3 inches right now, correct?
For a consolidate?
Yeah.
Nope, you sure do. It just says after a unit has fought, it gets to consolidate. You have to end closer to the 40 millimeter. Yep.
That is exactly what we did. Hooray. Okay.
Yeah, that's it for me. Nothing else happens. I'm going to score teleport homers
For
in
5?
Dan's deployment zone, and I'm going to turn in, bring it down
To go up to
2.
And then it'll be 3 at the start of mine.
And then at the start of battle round, of your battle round, is this our 4th or 5th turn?
This is final round.
It's final round.
This is top or
Bottom of 5.
bottom of 5. Yeah. So I can't win, but we're gonna do our best. So I'm gonna go up to 3.
Heck yeah, man.
I have assassinate, which I actually already got. I got
Yep,
at
we
the
got
end of his
assassinate
turn.
for 5, and then you just
Do I get to
score
draw
7?
2 more, Chris, or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Assassinate because it says any turn. Where's it say? At the end of the turn, not your turn.
Okay.
So it's good.
So
Some of them don't say that.
I'll draw 2 more. And capture enemy outpost, which is great, and investigate signals, which is do something in the middle, right?
Probably.
Investigate signals is do stuff in corners.
Oh. So I'm at
Famously,
3 CP.
Not the middle.
But you've already used your once per game exchange. Yeah, didn't you?
You do that once per game?
Yeah, you can only do that once per game.
Did I do it? I don't actually remember. Was it this game or last game?
I'm pretty sure you have done it this game already.
I'll take your word for
I
it.
defer to
So
Chris. I don't remember.
won't super matter. What's my secondaries at right now?
19.
That's terrible.
It's better than your 7 primary.
Well, this primary, I got 7.
Say
wait,
that to my man
wait,
like
wait.
that.
But don't I get 7 primary right now?
You do.
Yeah.
You
He's
just know
been
it's
holding me off
100%
well.
Increase.
Yeah, you've been holding me off well.
100%.
So this is super simple because we're not going to drag this out for chat. So my lovely lady's going to come back here. So I'm going to get 8
Yes, sir.
on capture enemy outpost.
That's the whole point.
The whole point of her. I don't actually need to do anything else because I can't score any more points. So I don't even need to like attack you other than try to like slow you up to not score more. But what is he at right now? Is he maxed? Or
No. So we'll go back to that screen 1 sec. He is sitting at 77 with his painted points.
so he's maxed. He's going to max secondary. So I need to try to stop him from primary. Is what you're saying?
Like, this is the bottom of the 5th, right? Like, this is the last turn.
Yeah, he scored all his points.
Oh.
So, yeah, just get out
So
as many
wait.
points you can.
Do I get primary at the end of my turn?
No, it actually says that. Do you? Let's double check. Is that this one?
Because if I do, then I'm on his home one for an extra like 8 points or 6
Yeah.
points. It won't matter. You're still gonna win it.
Yeah, you sure do. The player who goes second and scores at the end of the turn.
Well, that would have been interesting if I could have switched it again. You would have just picked that one. I couldn't get there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have mattered.
But so you will pick up another 6 on primary.
And 8 on secondaries, and we can call it there. And I think it was a great game, buddy.
Yes. Thank you so much.
I will ask, was I not aggressive enough?
I don't know how I'd beat my own list. Like, I wish I could give you feedback. Like,
Yeah.
this, when I'm building lists in 10th edition, in my brain, can I beat this list?
Yeah.
And most of my lists can't.
The big thing for me was primary, right? I mean, I held you to a 20. I mean, you got a 28 on primary. Ended up getting a 20. So, baby there. I mean, I think you definitely, and then secondaries, right? So it was an extra 12 on secondaries.
Sure. And, like, I don't think you were super aggressive, but neither was I. Because I held my 3
Yeah.
war dogs back because I was trying to anticipate your deep strike, and you held your guys back here.
I think there was the 3 overwatches. One of those was for 5 points.
Yeah.
One of those was for 3 points.
Sure.
And the other one would have left another unit of mine alive on my turn.
I think it was just rolls, man. Like, honestly, like, I feel like there's a lot of parts where the dice just really, because you made all the right moves, but then the dice would just crap out on those overwatches
On
and
some
stuff.
of them. Or the charge a little earlier. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I'm really happy with it. You played a great game. You didn't give me, I mean, you held me off of everything well. I don't think I could have gotten. The primary is so rough because if I yeet my Terminators out there and you can shoot them with your entire army,
Sure.
even with them being tanky,
Precisely.
because then you shoot them with your Big Knight, you charge them with both Big Knights, and I think they die. And if they die early, the game's over.
You did the right thing, too, because one stratagem that I was never able to use was called Pack Hunters. And I tag your unit with it, and all my war dogs get exploding 6s against them. So imagine all 3 of my brigands shooting those guys out in the open.
Right. With exploding 6s.
When they all get exploding 6s. And so, yeah, I think that you made the right move. It was just dice. Now, some of your things paid off. Like this fighting here, like that was really, really cool. Had you shot him off the board, like there were just so many like great overwatches.
Yeah, I mean that's
that didn't
literally
deliver.
that's a 5-point swing,
for sure.
which
But
is
I guess had I really wanted to, had I wanted to not risk it, I could have just not moved. Or can you just shoot at the end of the movement phase regardless of whether I move or not for Overwatch?
nope. You have to make a move.
Understood. So I guess
So
I
you
could've-
staying there would have been the safer play, right? But I mean, we also could have said when I shot at him earlier, not getting leaving. I left a lot of your guys on 2 wounds for an extra turn,
Sure.
or 6 wounds for like 1 extra turn, where I kind of over or under committed. Like earlier on, I should have shot the missiles here. I should have known that my combat was going to pick up the Big Knight because I was getting a full 10-man into him, and so I think there was some like first time playing into Knights, not knowing how my damage output would go
For
into
sure.
you.
It's crazy because I do truly feel that toughness is the master stat for durability in 10th edition, because I feel like saves are super important, but when you just don't have to roll saves because your toughness is so high, it kind of like
100%. And that's why I think, at least for the Dark Angels, having the 5s and 6s auto wound you.
Oh, yeah, it
huge.
was big. It was big.
Was huge. But that'll happen. So, what Chris, was our final score after paying everything?
Yeah, after paint and everything, we ended up at Josh and the Chaos Knights at 77, and Dan and the Dark Angels at 57. Honestly, it was a pretty good comeback at the end because you almost doubled your score in the final turn or two. So yeah, hard to do better than 100% increase.
also, and of course, with playing tactical secondaries, this can happen. I think there were several cards that I didn't actually get to use that I would have loved to get earlier.
So do you think that if you'd done fixed with Bring It Down, you would have been able to consistently
Well,
get
so
up there?
with Bring It Down, what would I have scored? Just with the models down, because it's -1, so your big...
Probably 20. You max it at 20.
So I probably get the 20,
Yeah.
right? And then so here's the thing, though. What's my second fixed?
I don't know.
No, because his OC's too high.
Yeah.
I maybe
Yeah.
can cleanse on 1 a turn, maybe, but then he just yeets everything at it, right, and doesn't let me get there.
You do have a lot of deep strike. You could have gone for the corners one.
Behind.
Behind enemy
Behind
lines.
enemy lines, that's true.
But I could have screened him out the whole time if I had known he was
Yeah, if I
gonna
was
do
doing
that.
fixed behind, then I feel like I get it for 1 turn.
But it also probably slows down your aggressiveness.
Precisely. And that's what happened because all my brigands had to sit back there and not do anything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it slows you down a lot more because you know behind matters, and then I can walk up to a middle one and maybe I pick up a few more primary on the 7s. Because
Sure.
you can't. Although I still feel like you eat your big ones at me with a few little ones. Because you can screen the back with 9s pretty easily, and so you let me get 1 turn of my 3s that come down. So I get 1 big turn. But then after that, you kill those 6 guys, and now it's. But anyways, really great game. Had a blast playing you. So now we will have to play a rubber match at some point.
Oh,
with
sure.
different lists.
Can we
But-
take a picture?
Yeah, of course.
This is a tradition that I have. I love to take pictures of the people that I play against. And this is going to go great with my other one that we took. Nailed it. Thank you so much.
Great game,
my
buddy.
man. Always a great game.
Yeah, from a viewer's perspective, it was absolutely a blast. I mean, things were dying left and right. The only thing I could have asked for was a knight exploding, honestly.
And my head not being in the way of the dice box?
Well, always. We're gonna fix that actually. But
Because I want to see it. Like, it's hard.
to those in chat, really appreciate you here tonight. We had a little connection issue here and there, but it's been pretty solid. So I really appreciate everybody who watched or is watching this back on the VOD. We are down to just 2 days left in our 10 days of 10th. Tomorrow we have got a very fun matchup between Nurgle Demons and Blood Angels. They've come to crump each other and smash, but who will come out on top is yet to be determined. And then our final game on Monday is going to be Thousand Suns versus Death Watch. That should be a really killy game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really excited for that one. We've got a brand new painted Thousand Suns army. Charlie's been slaving away for the last 6 weeks to get this painted, so excited to see that.